branching failed?
It happened in 2017.
She doesn't remember dates. I'm Asian. I know math.
If you're Asian, you know math.
Yes, I'm good with dates.
What do you think she spent the money on if she didn't spend it on funeral?
I think she spent it on lipo and a butt job.
We in here arguing about ass, or we arguing about this funeral? What all would the 5,000 to include?
The full kitchen cabinet.
Full kitchen?
Judge
Well, let me
Harvey,
tell you
what
something.
can I say? He
Now,
offered
you
it.
listen to me. Jesus was a carpenter, and he'd charge more than that. There's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Steve Harvey!
Thank you. Thank you. How are you today? That's good. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's get started.
This is the case of Mui Alba versus Melanie Starrett. Mui says her neighbor Melanie owes her $2,837.15 for a damaged fence and for half the liquor for a St. Patrick's Day party. Melanie refuses to pay for anything.
Let's start with you, Mui. You've got 30 seconds to state your case.
Hello, Judge Harvey. I'm here today suing my former friend, Melanie Starrett, for fixing my fence, damages from her tree, and half for the party.
Melanie, it's your turn. You got 30 seconds to respond.
My neighbor and former friend, Mui Alba, is suing me for half of the cost of her party she threw and for damages done to repair her dilapidated fence that branches damaged during a storm. I don't owe her anything.
You both decided that you are former friends?
We're not mending fences.
I like that. That's hot.
Real friends don't need a privacy fence, and especially not a dilapidated one.
Dilapidated.
What happened? Let's just get into what happened.
2017, a tree branch came and fell
I'm
on
sorry.
the back
It
fences.
was some small limbs.
Well,
sir,
see, wait a minute. First of all, just listen to me. I'm going to give everybody a chance to tell their story.
Yes,
Trust
Your
me,
Honor.
because I want to hear this right now. First, I'm very confused why we in here about a tree branch from 2017
I
anyway.
know, right?
But right now, I want to end this right now.
Thank you. That's what needs to happen. That's what
So
needs
go
to
ahead,
happen.
2017.
Right, sir. There's no storm. A branch from her oak tree fell on the fence to my side. Right there.
There's the dilapidated fence with some rope tied
It
to a
is not
dilapidated
dilapidated,
playset,
sir,
Yes.
pulling the fence
because
over farther.
So now, hold on. It's not your turn yet.
I do
Are we
apologize.
going to have this problem?
No, sir.
I know how to handle this situation if cussing is allowed, but
Right.
I really don't know how to keep saying, please be quiet.
Thank you, sir.
So, Your Honor, if you can see, the branch fell on that one front piece, and my husband had to hold it up with the rope.
The fence that's leaning is leaning more
It's
into
leading
your yard.
to my yard.
Right. So why would you have a rope
Okay,
tied
so
That's
to
the
help
question.
it lean more into your yard?
Why?
I don't know why my husband did that,
What is
but
that?
anyway, I
Your
don't know.
husband did that?
Yeah, I don't know why he did it.
It looks like I can tell.
No, it's not. If you don't be quiet. I'm going to give you your turn.
Yes.
I promise you. So these branches have fallen onto your fence over into your yard.
Yes, sir.
And do you say anything to your neighbor?
She actually came over and told me about it.
Oh, you didn't know.
No. So I'm like, what are you going to do about it? And she's like, I don't have any money right now. I was like, okay, clean it up and pay me when you can.
Okay, did she clean it up?
A little.
Okay, now hi.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm doing wonderful.
Guess what? This your turn. Now, did you go to her house and tell her that your tree branch fell on your barn and then onto her fence?
No, Your Honor.
That's a lie.
I wasn't even at home when it happened, but on my way home into the neighborhood, there was debris all over the roads. There was tree branches and stuff all over the road. It was obviously a storm all over the entire neighborhood.
No storm.
And some branches.
Hold on 1 second. Now it's your turn to be quiet. Didn't I give you your chance?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Okay, first, it was just a small limbs that fell on my barn and onto the fence. Well,
That's not a small one.
I came home, I see all the debris everywhere, and my son tells me that she has already come over and said that there was some branches fell on her fence. And so I go over there, and she's like, well, it's no big deal, we'll just pick it up. So we both cleaned up our sides.
When tree branches fall, they don't fall and just cut in half and this your half of the branch and that's her half of the branch. I just got a lot of common sense. Because see, look at this photo. The stuff that's on your side of the fence look like it come from your side of the fence. The top half of the leaves are in her yard.
Indeed, very green.
Because it just happened in 2017.
Yes, right.
But, Your Honor,
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you remember what month this is? Day or month?
August.
August.
It was spring.
Okay, do you remember what day this was, Bowie?
It was in the morning. Like, I'm sorry, Judge. It was,
All right, I'm just trying to narrow down the day.
right.
Do you remember the day of the week? Was it a Monday or Tuesday? You got 7 to pick from.
It's 2017.
It was 2017.
I think it was August the 6th,
August the 6th.
2017.
Would that sound close to you?
It was 2017, Steve.
Well, we do know it was 2017.
That's correct.
All right, now, did you do anything to help them at all?
She requested for me to go get a 2x4, and I didn't know
No.
what one was, but
No,
I
no,
went
no,
to the
no.
store
You didn't know
and
what a
I asked
2x4
for.
was? Okay.
I went to the store and I asked for a 2x4, and the man brought me
No,
a
no.
big piece of wood out, and I said okay, and I
Did she
paid for
bring
that.
you a 2x4?
She did.
Okay, we agree on that.
Okay. So she brought it over and told
Oh,
my
this is
husband.
another picture.
Yes, sir. This is around January of 2018.
August, September.
6 months, about 6 months. August, September, October, November.
It was a week after the limbs fell on
No.
the barn and the.
That's not true.
You can tell that
Because
it's
I'm
a
a
different.
country boy.
Yeah.
See them brown leaves
There's
on the
no
ground?
tree. Yeah.
That's because it's winter. Because the 2x4s are new. Look at them, leaning against the fence.
Okay.
They don't have no weather on them or nothing. See
Okay.
how our fence look?
I do. I see it.
Why we ain't painted this fence, I don't know. That's none of my business.
Again, 2018 came along. Another tree branch fell.
We have a second time.
Yes, sir.
So now we have a more current situation.
Right.
So the second incident was during a storm. A
Another storm.
large branch fell on the fence.
That's a damn tree. Excuse me, hold up. We do it, Brandon.
took everything.
Stop.
Georgia is
Stop.
large on
You
trees.
hardly have no more of this tree.
There's some tree, yeah.
There's some tree left, but it's not really called a tree anymore.
It's still green.
So when did this tree fall?
September 11th, 2018.
Yes, Your Honor. A year later, another storm knocked
No
something
storm.
onto her fence from my tree.
So, okay, if we don't have storms, how are all these branches falling with no storm? But now you're saying there was a storm.
There was storms. There's storms all the time in Georgia. You live here. Do you know this?
My clerks have researched this. The day in question. How are all these branches falling with no storm?
There's storms all the time in Georgia.
My clerks have researched this. The day in question. 9/11/2018. There were no storms. The wind top speed was 6 miles per hour.
Okay.
Thank you, Your
Then
Honor.
her date is
Thank you.
wrong.
Well, what day do you think it fell?
Well, I don't think it happened in September. I think it was October, actually, that it happened.
She doesn't
What a
remember
date.
dates. I'm Asian. I know math.
You're Asian, you know math.
Anyway,
about to be off the air. Okay, Melanie, do you believe this is a healthy tree?
Yes, I
And
know it's
why
a
do you
healthy tree. I get my
explain that to
trees
me?
checked every 2 years, and I know for a fact once that tree goes onto her side of the fence during a storm, that's her tree now. That's her part of the tree now.
Ooh,
Oh, no. If you're driving a car and you lose control of your car and your car go through her fence and end up on her yard, that ain't her car.
No. But if a branch flies a mile down the street into somebody else's yard
If
and
a
goes
branch
through their
flies a
house,
mile down the street in another yard, that person's
in a
probably
storm.
not liable because that's a tornado. If the tree is in the yard adjacent to your property, on your property line, that is your tree. When these people come out every 2 years to check the tree, do you have anything from them that says the tree is healthy?
I didn't feel like I needed anything.
Okay, so we're here because you are suing for damages to your fence.
correct.
Do you have an estimate?
$2,720.
You came to court asking for $2,837.15.
$837.15. Correct.
So where's the extra?
The defendant
Uh-huh.
decided to come over and knock on the door. She said, "Let's throw a St. Patrick's Day party."
What?
Because my husband's
That was her
Irish.
idea, the party.
This is just how she
Why am I throwing
wiggles
a
her
party
way
at her
back
house?
in.
The fence is down. The tree is still in the yard. Y'all ain't been speaking. And now all of a sudden, you want to throw a St. Patty's Day party. And you all decide to throw the party?
I decided to throw the party, but she was gonna go on it half with the liquor.
So you got tequila, you got rum. That totaled up to $234.30. So you want what now?
Just half of it. But she just
$117.15 is what you're looking.
correct.
And I still don't understand why I owe for a party I didn't throw or have anything to do with or drink any of those beverages because I do not drink whiskey, tequila,
That's funny.
or rum.
Judge, there's a picture of her being drunk in the bushes.
Wait a minute. Stop. Hold on. Wait a minute. Please put the picture up now.
That bottle ain't even open. You can blow it up even bigger. That bottle is not open. I posed for that
Where?
picture because I saw her laughing at me with her phone like this because she tried. I was like, okay, whatever. She thinks she's laughing at me. So I posed for it. It's a posed photograph.
But you are gonna go viral. This case right here has been nothing but mess from the time I started listening to it. None of it has made sense. You all can't agree on a single date, time, event, nothing. You all can't tell me if it was a tree, a branch, and the liquor bill. I'm not making anybody pay half on some liquor. Listen to me. She is responsible for the tree. That's a granted. It's her tree, it's in her yard. The problem we have is we can't be concise about the storm. If a storm caused it and it was a healthy tree, she can't be held liable. The sad part of this is that you're friends, and you've been friends. I feel sorry for you. My final verdict is, I'm not awarding anybody anything. That's my final verdict, and that's the way I see it. You see how this looking?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, you must think this is real court.
This is the case of Daphne Springs versus Tiffany Brooks. Daphne is suing her sister Tiffany for $6,000 for their brother's funeral expenses. Tiffany says she owes her sister no explanation.
Let's start with you, Daphne. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
Judge Steve Harvey, my brother died instantly, and I gave my sister $6,000 towards funeral services. Honestly, I don't think that's what she did with it. She's self-centered and obnoxious. And I want my money.
Okay, Tiffany, it's your turn. You have 30 seconds to respond.
My sister donated $6,000 to go towards my brother's memorial services. I used it as I saw fit. And I don't owe her an explanation for anything.
Okay, how much was the funeral?
$15,000. Other family members and myself got the money together. I gave $6,000.
What do you think she spent the money on if she didn't spend it on funeral?
I think she spent it on lipo and a butt job. Now they call it a BBL.
What is that?
I think it's a Brazilian butt lift.
You think you know it's that because you want one. She has always down-talked me, criticized me.
Well, we in here arguing about ass, or we arguing about this funeral? I'm confused. Now, you say the funeral cost $15,000.
Yes, sir.
So walk me up to the timeline.
Let's start with the services. And I don't even want to say funeral services because it wasn't a funeral. It was a little room.
I object. She is not telling the
You
truth.
object.
I object. She is not telling the truth.
Wait a minute.
She is not telling the truth.
Wait a minute. You can't object because you're not a lawyer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back to you, Daphne. So you walk into the funeral service, and what do you see?
I barely saw chairs.
You don't see a casket?
No.
You don't see the body?
I don't see flowers. I don't see
You
the
don't
body.
no flowers?
No.
But he was cremated.
Huh?
He was cremated. That's why she's mad.
Wait a minute. Your sister says she gave $6,000 towards the funeral, but you didn't have a funeral. You cremated him.
Yes,
Who made that decision?
I
She
did.
talked my parents into doing it.
How much was the cremation?
I Googled it. It's up to $1,200.
Up to $1,200.
$1,200. It could be as low as like $7,000.
Okay.
So my question is, where's my money?
We cremated him, which must have nullified the $15,000 funeral service. You ain't got to have no casket. You ain't got to have no hearse. You ain't got to get in no line. You ain't got to put the flag on the car. You ain't got to do none of this. The cremation is different. When you get there and you don't see none of this, what's your reaction to
I'm
it?
thinking that they're a little late.
Oh, you thinking the body on the way?
It's just because why? I don't see it.
You thinking any minute now, little bro finna get rolled in. He just late for the show. I'm sorry. This is not funny.
No, it's not.
It's really not funny. It's nothing in the room. Y'all just came
There's
to
a
the room.
vase. There's
There's
a
a
vase.
what?
There's a vase. She's inside. That's how I found out that he was cremated. Okay, that's a picture of me.
Oh, that's you?
Yes.
Oh,
as
y'all
well.
take a picture with the.
And every picture that she gets in,
Oh, you doing over the shoulder shots. You letting them have them. Don't nobody do the over the shoulder shot at the funeral.
I didn't have my body done at the memorial service.
Excuse me.
I didn't have my body done at the memorial service, and that's her argument.
Okay, now
She
hold. So
She said
I'm
that
assuming by that statement, something has been done to your body.
Yes. No, listen, because this is a big factor. She said that at the funeral, I had my body done. His funeral was on July 10th. I didn't have my surgery until July 13th. My surgery was paid for on June 22nd.
well then what was all the turning around and taking the pictures and bigging for the spotlight then?
Why was you mad? She said I was prancing around. I wasn't prancing around. I wasn't walking around moping and crying and sad.
Oh, we over with this. Let's move on. What?
Not like that, but
I mean, well, that's how it sounds just now.
That's how it sounded.
I'm not telling people how to grieve. How you grieve, that's your business. That's fine with me. You don't care nothing about it, I don't care nothing
No,
about it.
I do care about it.
Well, that don't sound like it. Now, he in the jar. Let's just call it like it is. In total, how much money was raised for the funeral?
maybe about 11,000.
11,000? Do you know how much the cremation was?
It was a little, well, it was like 4.
Do you have any evidence of what you spent for the funeral?
I don't have any paperwork of what I spent on the funeral. However, I do have evidence of what I spent on my BBL.
Okay, well, let's see it. Let's see what that. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me get this right. So you kept your receipts from your butt, but not your brother. Well, we got some priorities going on here.
My point is she didn't pay for it. Everything had already been paid for, and she said...
These are charges on here. Credit card charges. Lipo, 10,000. Upper lower abdomen, 3,000. Back bra rolls. What is that?
They missed that because I still see fat.
Oh, I know. The back roll is where it looked like you opened a can of biscuits. That's what that is. I just want to make sure that's what that is. Now, let me get into this. When you charge a credit card, the charges aren't due immediately. And most credit cards, you got 30 days to pay. So you make these charges on June 22nd. And she gives you a check on July 3rd. And your brother's service was when?
On July 10th.
10th? When did you get the surgery?
July 13th.
So let's go to a timeline. July 3rd, there was a check cut by you, Daphne, for $6,000.
Yes.
All right. On the 10th was the funeral. On the 22nd of June, prior to the check, prior to the funeral, charges were made on a credit card for the Brazilian butt lift and lipo. Then on the next timeline we're dealing with, on 7/13, you get the butt and the lipo done. That's a true statement. All these are correct statements?
Yes.
Yes. You see how this looking? Just say yes.
Well, I had stopped taking money from the family. The only money that I took was from her.
Right.
Now, Daphne, you know that you owe me anyway.
Stop. We ain't in here for you owe me anyway. How did the cremation actually come about?
Because when we raised the money from the family, Daphne had not donated yet.
And you thought you were gonna be short.
Yeah, so that's
So
how.
when Daphne came up with the $6,
But everything had already
been
been.
decided.
Yeah.
You didn't tell
But she,
her
yeah, no,
that,
I sure did.
that you all had decided on cremation.
All that mess I had to go through from her, she owed me.
Oh. Did you just make an admission that you took Daphne's money to do something with it other than pay for a funeral? Is that what you just said? Did you just make an admission that you took Daphne's money to do something with it other than pay for a funeral? Is that what you just said?
I plead the fifth.
You must think this real court. She said she pleaded the fifth. That's funny. I like that right there. It's too late to plead the fifth.
Yes, it is. Yes.
You can't plead the fifth after you told the story. You're so mad to tell her off that you done told us all what we needed to hear. You knew good and well the decision was made prior to her giving you the $6,000 check. Put the check up, because I want to make sure. I got to make sure anywhere on here do you see booty? Sister, this is what you did. You ran game right here. See, and you know what's beautiful about this? Game recognizes game. This woman right here gave $6,000 to bury her beloved brother to her sister who was in charge of funeral arrangements. These funeral arrangements were already predetermined before she got her sister's check. These funeral arrangements were to cremate their brother. save money. And you probably, I'm going to go out on the limb, had something to do with that decision because in your mind, you have found the perfect way to pay off this $14,000 debt.
Jay, can I say something?
I've seen a lot of things in my day. And this ain't the craziest one, believe it or not.
I didn't use the money to go towards my BBL. However, I did use it for my flight, my hotel, my food, and I used it for everything else that I needed. And you owe me that. I've given you money time after time after time again. When you were struggling,
She's the one that's broke. I'm not.
I'm not broke.
Well, you about to be,
You gave me what?
because I'm about to give you my final verdict. I'm going to award Daphne her request of $6,000. In full, because you don't have no trouble paying your bills. You're gonna need a little more reputation repairing after this, because this is on TV. My final verdict is for the plaintiff, $6,000. And that's the way I see it.
I wasn't surprised. I figured she would dig herself in a ditch, and she did.
I don't agree with his ruling. My sister has always treated me bad, and she owes me that.
I'm not going out and buying random lumber. I'm asking you to direct me to the lumber.
If this was Scotch, I'd be set. All right, everybody, let's get started.
This is the case of Erin Watayas versus Drake Spann. Erin is suing her builder brother Drake for $5,000 for kitchen cabinets he never built. Drake says the job will be completed.
All right, let's start with you, Erin. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
I'm here today because back in November of 2020, I paid my brother up front $5,000 to complete kitchen cabinets and a new dining set for me. And the project was supposed to be completed in January of 2021. And here we are. Nothing's been started. All I get are excuses, and I want my $5,000 back.
Okay, Drake, you have 30 seconds to respond.
Well, Your Honor, I have every intention on building those cabinets and the dining room table with benches. And for that reason, I don't believe that I owe her any money.
You have every intention of building.
Yes. Yes.
This is going to be interesting because this started in November of 2020.
Yes, sir.
And you were supposed to have your kitchen by January 2021.
Completed.
Completed. So tell me what happened.
We hadn't set a particular date for January. My brother offered to come up and spend a week with us to complete the kitchen cabinets and dining set.
Come up from where?
Alabama. I live in Kentucky, and he lives in Alabama. And here we are, a whole year later, that I gave him this money and have not seen anything.
Is your brother really that good at making?
Yes, he's incredible. He is. But, I mean, if I would have known that this was going to be the case, I would have hired contractors.
You submitted some photos?
Yes, I did.
Work of his?
He's great at what he does. And he does all of this by hand.
What is this, sir?
That's a entertainment dog kennel. So you keep your dog in there and have your TV on top and watch both of them at the same time.
Looks like a jail for little people.
It could be that too, Your Judge.
See, I'm a grandparent. Like when they leave the grandkids with me, I like to put them in there.
There you go.
And then have the TV on top. I can watch them and the TV at the same time. So now, did you agree to make these cabinets for your sister for $5,000?
I did.
And she paid you up front?
Yes.
What all would the $5,000 to include?
The full kitchen cabinets plus the island, which is also
full
cabinet.
Kitchen?
Yes. And the dining room table with benches, Your Honor.
Judge
Well,
Harvey,
let me
can I say?
tell you something, how good a deal that is.
He
Now, you
offered it.
listen to me. Jesus was a carpenter, and he'd have charged more than that.
I didn't ask him. the job. I was expressing that my husband and I were going to be having this done to our home. And he says, well, why hire someone when I can come up there and do it for you and I'll do it for $5,000? Why wouldn't I jump on that?
She's right, Your Honor. I did offer $5,000, and the reason I did $5,000 because she is my sister. And if you're in this line of business, you know what you can do and still make a profit, and then I could still help her out at the same time.
I appreciate you helping her and wanting to do it for such a discount price, but this was agreed upon November 2020, but this 2022. What are you being told?
I can't find the lumber that I'm needing, or, the price of lumber's gone up because of COVID.
Like she said, due to COVID, it made prices skyrocket on
That's a
everything.
true statement.
So same thing with me trying to buy lumber. At the time when I offered her $5,000 to do the cabinets, it would have been fine. I would have made money. She would have had the cabinets. But now I have to dig into my own pocket with the $5,000.
Hell, I've offered to cover the extra cost.
Yes, ma'am. Just wait a minute. He's not saying anything yet.
You know,
Is this your big sister?
Yes.
Yeah, I have two of them. I've never in my life won an argument with my sisters.
Right.
Yeah, you probably ain't gonna win this, you know that. I'm praying for you, though. Go ahead.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
I can find lumber to do her cabinets. That's not the problem. It's the quality. So for the price that I'm charging, yes, it's a good deal, but it also reflects back on me if I give her some warped or twisted plywood. So I can find wood, but it's not going to be up to my standards.
Yeah. Where in Alabama do you stay?
Haleyville is kind of how they pronounce it outside of the state.
Your ass in the middle of nowhere. And the work was being done in Kentucky. What part of Kentucky?
Lexington, so
Lexington.
central Kentucky.
How'd you get down here?
I flew.
Flew? Okay. How'd you fly?
Like seated? What are you talking about? You mean was I on the inside or the outside? In the passenger seat.
I'm thinking commercial versus private. You were seated. I was seated. I bumped up the passenger seat down and I flew down here. What you think? I flapped my way down? Ma'am, thank you for that. I needed that laugh today. You have no idea. Seated. Okay, so you have no cabinets. You can't find wood, which is true. COVID brought that. And do you think he spent your money?
Yes.
Oh.
I think he spent it because in March of 2021, I was speaking to my sister-in-law, his wife, on the phone, and she said, I'm mad because I got this medical bill in, and I don't want to dip into savings to pay it, so I'm just going to make a couple of payments on it, but I wouldn't even have to do that if your brother wouldn't have spent almost $5,000 on a new gaming system and TV in December. 1 month after I gave him $5,000.
Okay, so you have no cabinets, and do you think he spent your money?
Yes.
Oh.
I was speaking to my sister-in-law, and she said your brother spent almost $5,000 on a new gaming system and TV in December. 1 month after I gave him $5,000. So why would I think anything else, Judge Harvey?
Well, Drake.
I won that TV and Xbox at my work through a raffle. I still have every bit of the $5,000 that Aaron has given me.
Wait, you think a TV and an Xbox costs $5,000?
Yeah, a 75-inch curved flat screen TV and an Xbox Series 1X. It's about $5,000.
You got a curved TV?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my man. Did you put that on top of the dog kennel?
Oh, man.
Did your sister-in-law mention to you that it was won in a raffle?
She deliberately said if he would not have spent $5,000.
I didn't tell my wife that I had won that at work. I told her that
you shouldn't. Yeah, how old are you, sir?
25, Your Honor.
Yes. Keep some things to your damn self. You, sir, have a chance to be married for a long time. Now, every woman in here, now, tell your wife everything. No. Now, you said you still have the money.
Yes, sir. That's correct. It's in my bank account. I've got proof of it, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's see what we got here. This is your bank account?
Yes, sir.
$6,955.20. How long ago was this, sir?
2 weeks ago, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Are you telling the court $5,000 been sitting there the entire time?
Yes. I do that with every person that gets me to build something for them.
You hold on to the money.
I hold on to the money until it's completely done. That's.
I'm just hung up on the fact that I've offered to look in Kentucky to find the lumber that he needs, and he's like, no. So why?
Again, Your Honor, she's correct.
It's a tennis match. I'm waiting on somebody to say, shut up, you lying.
I have no doubt that she can find the lumber in Kentucky.
Then why haven't you? I asked you.
It's
I
what-
have asked you.
She can find the
I'm
price.
not going out and buying random lumber. I'm asking you to direct me to the lumber.
I
For those of you waiting on me to say something, it's because this case is conducting itself. I've never seen anything like it. If this was Scotch, I'd be set. So let me ask you, do you have every intention of doing her kitchen?
I do, completely,
When?
Your Honor. Just as soon as I can find it. I know
God,
it's the same story.
If
It's the same
don't
story.
be quiet and
I'm
let this
sorry.
man say one thing,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
he's going to agree with you.
I know.
Describe your relationship.
Before this, we were inseparable. I would do anything for him, and he would do anything for me. And for the past year, I haven't had my little brother. And it hurts my heart to know that I even think that he would have spent this money and not told me. But what hurts the most is our relationship has suffered. We went from being on the phone for 2 hours at a time with nothing to say, but everything had been said, to not hearing from him for 2 months.
You talk to your sister on the phone sometimes for 2 hours.
Yes, Your Honor.
I got 2 older sisters. I ain't talked to them 2 hours on the phone in 5 years total. The story here is like incredible. You're hurt mostly because you don't want to think your little brother spent your $5,000 on a television set and an Xbox. Come to find out, he really didn't, and I believe him. Because this is an honest guy over here. So did you mention this to your husband?
I did, and something that Drake still doesn't know, I guess he's gonna know now, is my husband and I had agreed that after he completed the job, we were gonna give him an additional $5,000 just as a thank you and to help him out because he just had a new baby. I told him that I thought.
What the hell? What are y'all doing? This don't make no damn sense. You're in here suing for $5,000. You can't give him 5 more. What the hell is going on here?
This was when we had initially
You stop
agreed.
talking.
I'm sorry.
You're not a court person. You should never go to court. You're way too kind. What are you talking about? Well, I just brought my brother back. As soon as he put the cabinets in, he just had baby. He's gonna give him another $5,000. What?
We didn't give him.
This doesn't make any sense at all. I don't want a court show anymore. Listen, I've reached a verdict. I rule in favor of the plaintiff for $5,000. But this is $5,000 that this honest man has kept the entire time to keep you from getting ripped off. Because he know he can give it to you at a deal, and the reason he don't want you picking out the wood is because you don't know nothing about wood. So now, you got to give her $5,000 out your bank, but then you're going to have to give him the $5,000 right back.
I'm gonna
he
give
had
him
the baby,
$10,000
and then
right
you're
back.
going to give him $10,000 right back.
Because he's our brother and he had a baby.
And he's
Yes,
our
sir.
brother. Ain't that's just the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I love him.
I know you love it. You still want your cabinets,
And I
you
still
can't
want
get
him to
cabinets
do it.
from. Be quiet. Y'all work it out any way you want to. Give him 5, give them the cabinets, give them the 5 for the baby. Just y'all get together and have yourself a nice time. My verdict is for everybody. And that's the way I see it.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Is marriage really necessary?
I got to have that picture. You're the stupidest dude I've ever met. So you all don't have a room now.
We don't have Jack.
She sent me text messages, like sweatshopping me about, the email confirmation.
This is entertaining.
You sabotaged my whole day. Some damn chitlins.
If you put some chitlins in a bourbon glaze,
They asked for Southern cuisine.
it's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Steve Harvey!
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Let's get today started.
This is the case of Kristen Jones versus David Runka. Kristen is suing her partner for $4,800 for breaking his promise to marry her. David doesn't want to get married and is countersuing for $2,300 for her lost engagement ring.
Let's start with you, Kristen. You've got 30 seconds to state your case.
So, Your Honor, I'm here today with my man of 20 years. I'm suing him for broken promises. He proposed and failed to marry me, and I'm suing him for the cost of a bachelor knot party. KNOT, because we're not tying the knot.
David, it's your turn. You have 30 seconds to respond.
Your Honor, I love this woman more than anything. I don't think a marriage is necessary. So I'm countersuing her for $2,300 for an engagement ring and a metal detector.
Let's back up. You've been together with this man how long?
20 years. I never got to have that bachelorette party. Never got to have the bridal shower. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I love this man. I want his last name. I have 3 kids
slow
with
down,
this
slow
man.
down, sis. Wait a minute. Wait. Your last statement was what?
I have 3 kids with this man. One of which is 8 weeks old.
What are you writing?
She said it out, Your
I was
Honor.
just thinking the same
She
thing.
said it out of it.
No, excuse me. This is all I heard.
Okay.
I've been with this man 20 years. We have 3 children.
That's right.
What in that statement did you write?
The first thing I have written here is she brought up wanting the last name. You don't need a marriage to change your name. It's very simple to change
I'm
your
not
last
changing
name.
my last name.
You just
He's
fill out a
not gonna
form,
marry me.
you turn it in, and you can change it. You can make your name anything.
No way.
My man.
If that's why you want to get married, if that's why you want to get married for a name, you can change. It's easy to change your name.
Love for commitment.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me tell you something. to be so good. because I'm about to hear a series of unbelievable statements. All right, so you all were high school sweethearts.
Yep.
Do we have photos together?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Have you ever discussed marriage?
He proposed. He proposed in 2005.
Whoa.
He proposed.
Okay.
He gave me a ring.
What?
Yes.
Okay, tell me how that went.
So I graduated from high school. He went off into the military. I flew out before he was set to go overseas, go over to Iraq. And before he left, at the airport, he gets down, rubbing my legs, telling me how much he loves me. He wants me to wait for him. Proposes. I'm 19 years old at the time.
Stop.
I did do that, Your Honor, but I gave her the ring as a token of our relationship.
David, when you get on a knee, rub a woman's leg, and slide a ring on her finger, and ask her to marry you, that is what we call all over the world a proposal.
Right, okay.
That's what that is.
I seem to think everything happens for a reason. Ask her where that ring's at now.
Hold on, wait. You know if you ask this woman to marry you or not.
You do, yeah, and I did.
Because you're about to get shipped off, go to war. We appreciate your service. All of you men and women out there, love this country. Give us the freedom. I admire you for that. You already know you're a great guy. But you're about to get shipped off. You don't know what's going to happen. You decide that now you want to make sure you keep her on the hook till you get back. What better way to mark your territory than to put a ring on it?
Yep.
Little brother, this ain't a good look. What are you thinking after this proposal?
We had engagement announcements made, and it said, I'm finishing my degree, he's finishing his service, and, the expectation was there was going to be a wedding.
You make the engagement announcements as freshmen?
Yeah. Yep.
So you waiting on 3 years?
Yes.
He said something about ask her what happened to the ring. Where's the ring?
All right, so we played in an adult, football league. I take off my rings. At the end of that game, the only thing that was missing out of my shoes was the engagement ring. Our teammates got down, reaching through blades of grass. He goes and buys this metal detector. We never find the ring.
Yeah, I looked day and night up and down that field for that ring for her. Yep.
So you don't find this ring. What's the conclusion?
Well, at that point, I kind of had a moment where I was thinking that, is marriage really necessary? I mean, I saw it as a sign, not that is marriage not really, but just as a sign to think about it. Just to think about it more, the inviting of the government in marriage. Think about all the things that it gets invited when you get married.
Okay, Kristen, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we're still together, we're still engaged. Okay, the ring is lost. Doesn't change anything. He never
So you're
explicitly
still thinking you're gonna get married?
Yes, every day I still think there's still a chance. Yes, I do. And
right now, where are you mentally with this whole thing?
I'm just exhausted. I'm embarrassed to tell the story over and over again, to correct people when they, how they refer to him, how they refer to us, ask why we have different last names. It's 2 houses, 3 kids, a business together.
Wait.
Yeah.
You all have 2 homes. Wait. You have 2 homes.
Yeah.
You have a business together.
Mm-hmm. And 3 kids.
Man, what else she got to do? I'm so confused at this.
Just like she said, we have the three kids.
Yeah.
The house, the business, the adventures. Why fix something that's not broken? Your Honor, I've done some research into this.
You're giving me divorce statistics. 50% of married couples divorce, 6th highest divorce rate in the world. Over a 40-year period, 67% of first marriages terminate. Every 13 seconds, there's a divorce in America. Now you're talking to a man that knows something about these statistics. I'm the 50%. I'm the 67%. I'm all of that. But I'm that other percent that finally gets it right.
Well, I don't want to be any of those percentages.
I know you don't want to be any of those percentages.
What would change if we were to get married, Your Honor?
My happiness.
Oh.
Are you serious? But your happiness is a risk. But then you would invite the risk of getting divorced at some point.
Why would you leave her?
I'm not leaving her.
You're not leaving her. The way to get a divorce is someone leaves the other person. You just said you're not leaving her. I ain't never seen nobody prove a point against theyself better than you. What does this wedding mean to you? And have you always thought about being married?
I've always thought about it.
How so?
Since the day that I met him. I knew he was going to go through the military. I was going to wait. We were going to go to college.
Have you ever tried planning a wedding before?
I've written the bridal party list 4, 5, 6 different times in the last 20 years.
All right, let me see what we got here. You made a list in 2005, 2008, 13, 17, and 21. Who is Colleen?
My cousin.
Because she in all the lists.
She's like a sister. She's like a sister.
I just look at this. I don't know who Colleen is, but Colleen has stood the test of time. Colleen a bad girl. Colleen is a true friend. Susan fell off. Susan in 2005.
She's still a good friend. Still a good friend.
Well, she ain't on the list no more. This wedding is important to you.
Yes.
You've even thought in 2021 that it was going down.
Yeah.
Is he a good father?
He's a wonderful father.
You can't beat it.
Nope.
You're not on trial for your character, sir. You're on trial because of stupidity. Really, bro, that's all this is. Bro, can I be honest with you? The reason you're here is because you're stuck on stupid. You marked your territory, then came up with this stupid theory. She lost a ring that somebody could have stole. You bought a metal detector, and it was a sign from God. That ain't sound stupid to you?
Sounds right to me.
You marked your territory, then came up with this stupid theory. She lost a ring, and it was a sign from God. That ain't sound stupid to you?
Sounds right to me.
So let me ask you a question. You are here in this courtroom today, Kristen, and you are asking for $4,800 for a bachelor knot party.
Yep.
Tell me what that is.
So, you can't put a price on the broken promise, but you can put a price on a good party. So we have all these girls that would have been in a bridal party. We would have had a bachelorette party. We would have had a wedding to celebrate. So instead, I decided I'm throwing myself this bachelor knot party, K-N-O-T, because we're not tying the knot. And we're going to go down to Key West. There's 25 people committed.
And your countersuit is for $2,300 for the lost engagement ring?
Right, the first ring, yep.
That could have been stolen.
Wait a minute, hold on. And the metal detector.
Yes, they're trying to find
hold on. How much was the metal detector?
$300.
You're countersuing for a ring that was lost
2007.
14 years ago?
About, yep.
Exactly.
Boy, you way more stupid than I thought you were. I can't believe it. Hey, man, I promise you, if you was my son, I'd slap you right now. We on TV. Ruben, do you have a phone camera? Wait, I got to do this right here. Now, take a picture with me. Thank you. That's all I want. That's great.
Does the winner get a picture?
No. I got to have that picture, because you're the stupidest dude I've ever met. And I don't want to ever forget your face. I want to thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. But listen to me. I'm joking with the stupid thing, because you're a really great guy. because you are handling your business in every aspect except one. And she says she loves you, and you being the man that you are and the father that you are is the reason she still wants to marry you. Man, y'all got something here. Y'all got something most people look for. Spend their whole life. You, ma'am, I feel for you. Because you've done every single thing that a woman can do for a man, and given him everything a man could want. The only right thing is to give her something she wants. I think you should marry this woman. I can't make you do that. I wish I could. If I could do that, I'd make it happen today. But I can't. It's not my personal business. I'm going to dismiss your countersuit because it's utterly ridiculous. As far as your suit for $4,800, after all you've done, I don't see how you're going to even throw this bridal night party. So I'm just doing a little bit of math here. I'm thinking, let's see here. I'm not supposed to go any higher than what a litigant asks for. But you've been drinking milk without buying the cow for a long time. Well, it's time to buy a cow today. I can't make you get married, but you finna have one hell of a party. That's right. I have reached my verdict. I'm giving you $10,000. That's the way I see it.
I wasn't very motivated. But anyway, I felt terrible. I mean, I felt...
I like that. I like that.
I felt terrible.
Like you do some heartfelt in there. I like that. Well, let me see what we got here.
This is the case of Shalane Bell versus Molly Hubbs. Shalane is suing raffle organizer Molly for $1,263.88 for not receiving the VIP prize, but Molly refuses to foot the bill.
Okay, let's start with you, Shalane. You got 30 seconds to state your case.
I attended a gathering. In this event, there was a raffle that the defendant was given. It was for a VIP stay at a resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I was excited, first time winning something. But when I went to go collect it, there was no VIP. There was no hotel stay. I'm here to collect all the money that I spent, which is the total of $1,263.88.
Molly, it's your turn. You have 30 seconds to respond.
Thank you, Your Honor. The amount of money that Miss Bell is asking for is obscene. It was unfortunate that the raffle prize did not materialize in the way that I expected it could.
So tell me about this event. What was it?
It was honoring the organization for Val Jenkins. This was the Baltimore Ravens hometown hero event.
So you're there to support that?
Yes.
Okay, so you buy a raffle ticket. They're raffle.
Correct.
And they saying if you win the raffle, you win what?
A VIP stay in a suite at the casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Now, we have that ticket. Let's see what it says. That's all it says?
Correct.
Okay. You set this raffle up. How did it work?
A friend of mine is friends with the VIP manager at this casino. But we were going to have Val Jenkins, our friend, founder of the nonprofit, pull her ticket and win that.
Val Jenkins was supposed to pull her own ticket?
Val Jenkins pulled the winning ticket. We said, Val, you won this VIP. She said, no.
Whoa.
Somebody else has to win.
Hold on. So this is rigged?
Correct.
Okay, I got you. No. See, I hear this. Listen to me. I listen real good because, my prior life, everything I did was rigged.
We rigged the raffle. Val wouldn't accept it, and then Shalane won, which was all very exciting. She's like, I've never won anything before.
Hold on. Walk me back a little bit. How did she win?
We take the next ticket.
Oh, you took the next ticket, and the next ticket belonged to?
Shalane Bell.
Her. Y'all don't really know each other, do you?
At all.
At all. Okay, so Tell me how you're supposed to claim the prize.
We talked the next day. She told me
You and who?
the defendant.
Her. Okay.
So she tells me, I said, what is all included? She tells me all the bells and whistles, your food, your stay. I asked, could I even bring somebody? She said, sure. Just don't have too many people. I said, I'll probably just make it a girls trip. 2 of my friends, we all essential workers. We really need this vacation.
Now, when did you go on the trip?
January 16th, as I requested, and I have a text message.
Shalane Bell, good afternoon. Hope all is well. I was just checking. Were you able to confirm January 16th? Molly says yes. Okay. Martin Luther King weekend.
Yes. Didn't realize it at the time, but
mine
yes.
is the 17th. Capricorns is one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac. Christ's birthday is on December 25th. That makes him a Capricorn. Now, I don't know who you got, but we got Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so tell me about this trip. You got confirmation. It's Martin Luther King weekend. Tell me how you get there, what happens.
So we're all excited. Again, this is supposed to be VIP. So I said, let's go in VIP style. I got us transportation there so we wouldn't have to drive.
Got car service?
Absolutely.
Girl.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so
She was
let's go.
supposed to meet us up there.
I'm excited.
So we get there.
Whoa. You're meeting her up there.
It was
You better provide some service.
That's what I intended to do.
I like when they intend to.
So we get there. She had given me a contact name and number and everything. I call, and they're like, who? The contact person said, oh, we told her months ago that wasn't going to happen, and we don't even have any rooms. It's a holiday weekend. So immediately, I'm heated. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
So you all don't have a room now?
We don't have Jack.
Besides the text message, did you ever get any other confirmation from Miss Molly or the hotel that...
No, I asked several times for confirmation from the hotel. She gave me something from her personal email saying that you are confirmed.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Shalane, just wanted to let you know that your 116 date at the resort in Atlantic City is confirmed. What time are you planning to arrive? I will meet you there and get you set up. Thanks. And this is from Molly. This is from you. Okay, so are you there? You're not there.
No, I was not there. I let her know by text that I had a family emergency, which is essentially that I couldn't find childcare and couldn't meet her there. But the reason that there was no room for her, apart from it being Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday weekend and there were limited rooms, is because my friend, who was friends with the VIP manager, had forgotten to reserve that date with him.
But
and I didn't find that out until that day. One of an explanation for that is that Val Jenkins was the VIP and it was approved for her. He found it more difficult, or he was less motivated to want to confirm VIP for some random woman. I'm sorry, it was her.
Wait a minute, wait. Can we play this back? Wait. I asked you. By the way, I think you're a really nice lady. I really do. But I just want you to hear something. Watch this right here. Wait. Can we play this back? Wait. I asked you. By the way, I think you're a really nice lady. I really do. But I just want you to hear something. Watch this right here. Just play this back.
He was less motivated to want to confirm VIP for some random woman.
Did you see that look on? Yeah. Did you see that look on your face? Did you? It was the eye shift for me. Confirmed VIP for some random woman. Oh God. Oh Lord, I said that. Yeah, that was good. You like that, Nancy?
That was good.
I like that. Okay, that was good. I love court like this. Okay, she, her, and you the random woman. like this right here.
I mean, I know that I dropped the ball, but I also sort of didn't necessarily care as much as I would have because of the way that she had always communicated with me.
I don't want to play that back for you.
No, but so she would send me. She sent me text messages like sweatshopping me about, you know, the email confirmation. I was going to get back to her the whole time. I wasn't very motivated to. But anyway, I felt terrible. I mean, I felt.
I like that. I like
terrible.
it when you try to you threw some heartfelt in there. I like that.
I felt
Listen,
terrible.
you can't make this up. Do you end up in a room? Do you end up at Atlantic City? What happens?
Yes, we and my friends end up in a room. I paid for everything. They enjoyed themselves. I really didn't, but because again, I'm pissed the whole time. Migraines, everything. Even at one point, left them to enjoy themselves at the casino and had to go in the room and cry. Called my parents, everything, just like I'm pissed.
You upset? My wife get mad. I can't tell her how to be mad. You have got to stop bringing your personal life into these damn cases. So now let's get back to the case. How much was the room? Let me take a look at it. $456. That covers resort fee, occupancy fee. They got so many fees on
Yes,
rooms,
they do.
man. Occupancy fee. What the hell you think I got the room for? What is an occupancy fee? What, I ain't supposed to walk in here? So that's $538. Okay,
Right.
how much y'all spend on food?
Roughly like $300-400.
$400 for food. I got $538.88 for hotel. So you're suing for over $1,200. So what other charges you got here?
The transportation fee because you knew I was coming.
Now, Miss Molly, let me ask you something. When you see these charges, what are you thinking?
I had wanted to make things right. If I had had the money that day, I would have paid for her hotel. I think I had $800. I sent her $100. I sent her another $100, but I never got it. And we never agreed on an amount that we never agreed on an amount.
Okay, hold on. She sent you another $100.
So I sent her an email saying, hey, I saw that you sent some money. Let's establish some type of payment plan. You know what this wench told me? I'm going to start paying again after I come back off of vacation.
I took my children on a vacation that I had bought to Amsterdam,
where?
Paris, everywhere.
All right, here we go. Ladies, here we go. I believe that this woman intended and expected VIP service.
Absolutely.
And did not get it.
Not one thing.
The problem we have here, though, is you took on the responsibility of making it your problem. I don't know how you did that, but you took it on. She had no one else to call except for you. And as nice a lady as I think you are, nice people make mistakes, y'all, all the doggone time. With that in mind, I'm ready to render my verdict. Okay? I'm going to rule in favor of the plaintiff. I think the plaintiff is owed the money for the room, $538. I think the plaintiff is owed for the food, $400. That comes to $938.88. I cannot give you transportation. That was never in it. The defendant, you are responsible for $938. But I do have to take into consideration she did send some money. So let's take the $200 off of that. You're responsible now for $738.88 to the plaintiff. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do in addition. Because you are an essential worker and you all have sacrificed during this trying time, and I know you were expecting a VIP service that you didn't get, but this court is going to award you a VIP moment. You and your girl willing to give you an additional $5,000 from me and my court, and you take your girl to Vegas and party like it's 1999. That's my verdict, and that's how I see it.
So I told her I want to do soul food for a soulmate.
Soul food for a soulmate.
Yeah.
If I had to put that in the player manual,
Yes, sir.
it would be chapter 10. Well, welcome everybody.
This is the case of Ken Galat versus Michelle Sanders. Ken is suing his caterer, Michelle, for $1,300 for a ruined romantic evening. Michelle says the meal was delivered and is countersuing for $600 in unpaid expenses.
Let's start with you, Ken. You got 30 seconds to state your case.
Your Honor, I'm here to sue Michelle for $1,300. I had just started dating this new chick, wanted to impress her, so I paid Michelle $500 to come in and be a personal chef that night. She had one job, to come in and make me look good, make the food taste good, and she failed. Cost me my friendship with her, cost me my relationship. I want my money back.
Michelle, it's your turn now. You got 30 seconds to respond.
$1,300? I don't think so. And you didn't pay me $5. You owe me $6. You paid me $288 up front. You owe me still for equipment that I left behind, travel expenses from Arkansas to Atlanta, and then you owe me the difference of the actual meal preparation.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're suing her for $1,300.
$1,300.
And you're countersuing for $600.
Yes, sir.
So how did you end up hiring the defendant, Michelle, as a chef?
I know Michelle from way back. We both from Little Rock, Arkansas.
How do you know she's a great cook?
I've had her food. You can go to Instagram. I mean, she's well known back home for cooking. This is what she do. Nobody does soul food like we do soul food.
Okay,
Right.
see?
The gallery looked at the picture and they all gasped. Ken, now you look at all this food, it's on IG, and you decide to hire her.
Right.
So how does the transaction begin?
I ended up calling Michelle, told her that I need a caterer. She asked me what type of theme that I want to go with. So I told her I want to do soul food for a soulmate. And I said, look, I trust...
Boy, hold up.
Yeah.
Soul food for a soulmate.
Yeah.
If I had to put that in the player manual,
Yes, sir.
it would be chapter 10. Well, okay, so you call her up, and what's the proposal or the offer?
I asked her to help me come up with a menu. I told her what I wanted. She said, all right, I got you. And she came up with this menu, so...
Nancy, could you get that for me? Thank you very much, Nancy. Nancy's from the real court. Nancy's actually shot 7 people.
Keep my hands right here.
I'm sorry. All right, here we go. We got appetizers, bacon wrapped sausage, salad warm, salt grilled fish, soup, el pollo de soupe. And we see, that ain't nothing but chicken soup. Don't get thrown off by all them el soupe and that's chicken soup. And you're charging him $501.73. Wow. Tell me, the day of the dinner, what's the plan?
The plan is, me and my lady, we out on the town. I'm just really stalling because, the main event is supposed to be tonight.
Because now, do I understand you rented a place for this?
I did.
So do you have an invoice for that?
I do.
Oh, you got that. So we've got 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, July 2nd through the 4th.
I was trying to make fireworks. It's 4th of July weekend, man.
Which night is the dinner?
The first night.
The first night.
Right.
Oh, so let me read into this. Them other 2 nights, you're gonna do your own cooking.
You know what it is.
Oh, I got you. You see what I'm saying? Let's get to what happened. What time is dinner?
I wanted it to start at 8.
Okay.
I hired Michelle to be there at 7.
Okay.
I wanted her to already, look, I had the room smelling good, had roses on the bed, candles on the tub, had Tank playing in the background.
Really?
Champagne already popped, you know what I'm saying? So we're ready.
He said he wanted you there at 7. What time did you actually arrive?
I got there at 8:45.
8:45.
8:45.
You must have set your clock back.
Anyway.
So
yes,
so
sir.
what time did she get
She
here?
showed up at 10.
Tell me what happens then.
Okay, so I get there, and upon me getting stuff out, he's over my shoulder, of course, and he's in my ear, and he's making all kinds of remarks about the food, okay? And I don't even have it laid out the way it needs to be laid out. Okay, so I present the appetizers, and he goes in.
You sabotaged my whole date. Look.
I didn't sabotage anything anyway.
You just said she sabotaged your whole date.
Right.
Why would she sabotage
Exactly.
your date?
I know she was sabotaged just because she's jealous.
Of what?
Okay, hold on. Okay, now here, let me explain something to you. See, one thing, I've been around a long time. When you get a caterer, I've never, and I can't count the caterers in my life. Hundreds. Never once has the term jealous come up in any of our conversations, nor sabotage. Why would you say this woman is jealous of what? When you get a caterer, I've never, and I can't count the caterers in my life. Never once has the term jealous come up in any of our conversations, nor sabotage. Why would you say this woman is jealous of what?
Exactly, of what?
Because I broke up with her.
Did y'all date?
See what had happened?
Go ahead, tell the truth, shame the devil.
We went out a few times.
We dated off and on for at least 5 years.
Now
So
he
5
camping for
years,
real. Arrest him.
Off and on.
It wasn't a 5-year thing. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
how long was it? I'm right here.
I said a few months
A few months
of
what?
dating, like going
What is-
out.
what is dating?
Yeah.
Going out.
Going out.
Where? Where y'all go?
Chain restaurants.
Chain restaurants.
Back to his crib. That's about it.
Yeah, after y'all wake up at his house.
No, wasn't no waking up at his house.
Oh, he was busy the whole time then. Now, let me go back to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where in the history of dating, or anybody you know, meets a new woman trying to impress her with a dinner and hire your ex to drive the whole time she driving? She got to be thinking, he ain't never got me an Airbnb. He ain't never rented no chef for me. She hot the whole time she driving. What made you think that was a good idea? All the people in here that can cook.
Well, look, in all honesty, I had so much respect for this young lady because I know her family. This wasn't no, and I'm friends with her older brother, her mama, and her daddy.
So you cared about her?
Yeah, I got love for her.
So now you feel like it's been sabotaged because it's jealous.
I don't have a reason to sabotage him. He's been a good friend to me also. Okay?
Friends don't do what you did.
So what exactly did she do?
I'm expecting this meal that we saw on the screen.
So what meal did you get?
Oh, come on. He's exaggerating. Y'all see what my food looks like. That ain't
So what is that stuff?
10.
Yeah, let me go see what this is right here.
I paid for
hey, here's the
some damn
sausage
chitlins.
bacon wrap.
Chitlins.
You got chitlins.
Chitlins.
Wait, chitlins wasn't on the menu?
Yeah, they were.
ain't not playing about having no chitlins on no date.
Yes, it was.
Chitlins were not on the menu.
Chitlins is there. It's the main entree.
Main entree, a Dulé glazed in bourbon reduction. If you put some chitlins in a bourbon glaze, let me go here. Why did you make this man some chitlins?
Because he asked for Southern cuisine.
Chitlins?
Girl.
Chitlins.
Girl.
She knew what she was doing.
You trying to have a romantic evening with a woman. You know the last thing you need to be doing is smelling and cutting chitlins.
I didn't do anything.
Let me go back to the book. Listen. For anybody in the viewing audience, chitlins are actually hog intestines. I understand why we got an argument now, because chitlins have an odor. I don't care if you warm them up. Everybody in here know that. Let me ask you a question. At any point when you all were having this argument, the young lady that was here, is she wondering why you and him, you and her might be kind of at odds? Because this doesn't seem like a relationship you have with your caterer.
Right, and that's exactly why the argument started. Because I asked her, I was like, Michelle, why are you bringing chitlins in here to the date? She was like, well, I played you cheap because you played me cheap.
So, you in your feelings now?
In her feelings.
I've heard enough. I've come to a verdict. Your lawsuit is for $1,300.
Yes, sir.
Your counter is for $600. I'm not giving either one of you anything. You don't deserve your money back. You don't deserve $600. You don't deserve anything because you all went into this with the wrong reasons from the very beginning. You didn't take the job to further your catering business, and you didn't hire her to help it out with your relationship. You wanted to show her what she was missing, and she wanted to show you what you was missing. And let me say this, what y'all really need to do is bury the hatchet and rethink this relationship that y'all could have had. Because let me tell you something, you ain't gonna get nobody finer than that, and you're not gonna really find a kinder man than that. Now, I don't know what you've been looking for, but I bet you ain't found it yet. And I don't know what you thought you had, but she gone. And y'all both got feelings for each other because you can't stand to see each other with nobody else. That's my verdict. And that's the way I see it.
I really like Michelle.
I don't know what he's into, Your Honor, but I am not into that.
I like you.
Yeah,
I like you. What you gotta understand now, I have an affinity for crazy people. Everybody got a brother like you in their family.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but it wasn't, so pay me, mama.
Please, please.
Okay, Mr. Hightower. I mean, Judge Harvey.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't really no damn judge either.
I'm not doing nothing bad, but just trying to make it. Just as he is. Just as you have.
You know, I feel for you, cause you just picked the wrong court. So, what else you want to say, man? It's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Steve Harvey.
Marcus McMillan versus Dylan Anderson. Marcus is suing his brother Dylan for $4,700 in lost profits. Dylan says he did all the work and doesn't owe Marcus any money.
Well, let's go. Let's start with you, Marcus. You got 30 seconds to state your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm here today to sue my brother Dylan for lost and stolen profits to the amount of $4,700. We have a small little side business that we do things like this together. In this particular case, he absolutely destroyed the camper, completely trashed it prior to the sale, and cost me irreparable reputational harm. He has cost me money, obviously, and a general embarrassment. And quite frankly, Your Honor, I've cleaned up his messes my whole life. I'm done with it.
Okay, Dylan, it's your turn now. You got 30 seconds to respond.
This man is insane. I didn't do nothing. All I was there at the party and had fun. I didn't destroy the camper. I don't know what's going on. And honestly, that's ridiculous. So,
well, let's find out. Let's find out a little bit about this business you guys say you have together. Marcus, tell me a little bit about this.
I mean, maybe over the past 10 years, maybe more. We've been buying and selling vehicles, anything with a motor, really. He sort of has an affinity for it. He's a bit of a gearhead, right?
Instead of flipping houses, you all flip vehicles of any kind.
Yeah.
Flip cars, motorcycles, whatever.
If there's an opportunity that we can make money from, I'm in.
This is the gearhead. This is the guy. He does the hands-on work.
I do everything, Steve.
So you kind of the brains behind the business.
No, he's the money. He ain't got no, he's the money, that's all it is, Steve.
Oh, okay. I
He's
see
the
what you
money,
said.
that's all it is, Steve. I do all the work,
I made a mistake when I said he the brains
He
behind.
is not the brains.
He ain't the brains.
He can't even take a tire off a car, are you kidding me? He says I destroyed everything. Look at, does that look destroyed to you? I would say no. Did we make money on that? I would say yes, we did, Steve.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I would say we made money on that.
Let me just say this right here. I like you.
Yeah,
I like you. But you gotta understand now, I have an affinity for crazy people. You gotta understand that. That don't mean you're gonna win the case. But I just want you to know how much I love you, man. Everybody got a brother like you in their family.
That's the good brother.
Oh, that's real brother.
Yeah.
So how much you think you all made total?
Yeah, over the past 10 years, 20,000, 25,000 that we split total profit.
Over 10 years?
It's supplementary income to us.
Okay, I was gonna say, because we're in trouble here. This is gonna turn into some stealing in a minute. All right, so let's get to the deal. You bought a camper. Tell me about this camper.
This particular camper, we've actually had a relationship with, as odd as that sounds. So, he is my brother, right? He's family.
You have a relationship with the camper?
Yeah, strictly platonic relationship with the camper. So every year we go on an annual river camping trip, right? And one of his friends' parents actually owned this camper.
So how much did you pay for the camper?
We paid $1,500 for it. It's worth at least $7,000.
So you're gonna make $5,500?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're in court today because something happened.
Yeah, something happened.
Okay, what happened?
On the second day, I received an extremely interesting call from a buyer. We had plans for him to buy the camper the next weekend, $5,500 cash. Done deal. That didn't happen because of the actions of my reckless brother.
What could he have possibly done to ruin this sale? That's what I need to know.
So I pull up to the site where we had the camper for sale. It looked to be in good order. It was in the same spot that we parked it. As I opened the door, I was literally taken aback by what I saw. Look at this. Okay, I want to point out one thing. You see that banana in the bottom of that picture? My first step into the camper, Your Honor, splat. Banana on my foot, it grains into the carpet, and then the smell hits me. It smells like hell. And then, this is my second step into the camper, something hits me in the head. Okay? I am disgusted by this.
Yeah. I did not do this.
Hey, take a long, hard look at that, because that hit me.
Let me, I gotta make sure this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
I walked into that.
Is that a pair of handcuffs with corn on the cob with a condom on it?
Unfortunately, yes, it is, Your Honor, and it was disgusting, and it hit me damn near in the face. I don't know what he's into, Your Honor, but I am not into that.
Dylan, You gotta talk to me now.
Well, Judge Harvey,
What happened?
I have no idea what happened. So I pulled the camper up, and I'm partying. My buddies brought the four-wheelers up.
Whoa. What do you mean you pulled it up?
With my truck to the campground. It's a pull-behind camper, so I pull it up to the campground.
Oh, so you took the camper somewhere?
Yeah, I heard there was a party going on at Bunker Hill, and I definitely don't miss them, you know what I'm saying? It's on like 100 acres in the middle of a cornfield. You got to bring generators, no power, no rules, women everywhere. You'd love it, I'm telling you, you'd love it. And yeah, so my buddies bought up the four-wheeler. I rode up, and I passed out in somebody else's camper. I woke up, and I pulled up to my camper. I opened the door. I see this. So yes,
you drove your newly to be sold $4,000 profit. You drove it to the middle of a cornfield, cut your car off, and just walked away from $4,000 in the middle of a cornfield.
I didn't walk away from $4,000. I definitely did not see this happening. Like I said, I didn't do it. I have no idea what happened.
Dylan, you had a lot of partying going on, and we've ran down someone who was at the party. Since you can't remember what happened, let's see if somebody does. We're ready for the witness. Since you can't remember what happened, let's see if somebody does. We're ready for the witness.
You brought her into this?
Oh, yeah.
You brought her into this?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't know about this. Oh, yeah.
You're here?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're here?
Yeah.
Please state your name.
My name is Loriana, but you can call me Lori, Judge Harvey.
What's your relationship to either one of these?
So I met them at the campground at Bunker Hill, and that's how I know them.
What, before?
I have. So we've actually been out there about 4 times.
Oh.
We're friends.
So the day that we're talking about, Dylan was up there, and he pulls up to the camp, and he opens the door of his truck and gets out and walks off into the cornfield and just starts partying without the camper. Tell me what you know about this.
That's not true at all. No. He was definitely in the camper. And actually, when I saw him, he was already 3 sheets to the wind. You know how when you get into a camper, there's like these little steps that you actually have to climb into? So those steps were already damaged, and I actually had to pull myself in to the camper and saw that it was trash.
Dylan, do you remember her being there?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, them and a couple guys, and they had this like inflatable sheep or something in there as well that they were partying with. And again, I thought that was a Wisconsin thing. I was like, livestock, Wisconsin, sheep and corn.
All right, Lord, thank you for your testimony. You can step down. Thank you very much. Now, did it ever get cleaned up?
Yes, at my expense, once again, Your Honor.
What
and it's his own
expense
fault.
was that?
$300 was the cleaning fee.
What happened to the trailer?
It was ultimately sold.
Okay, who sold the trailer?
Well, allegedly, he sold it.
Whoa! Here we go, Dylan.
Again, doing all the work. Doing all the work.
Tell me what happened.
So I sold it to my buddy for $2,500 as a bill of sale. Gave him his money.
That bill of sale.
Yeah, we have the bill of sale, Your Honor.
Oh, this is it. This is professional.
Yeah, very professional.
Handwritten note. You sold it for $2,500.
Yes.
And I see as is in quotations.
Yes.
Now, Marcus had it cleaned.
Yes. $300.
And Marcus put up the money.
Yes. $1,500.
So, where's Marcus' money?
He got his money back.
Oh, you gave him his money back?
Yes, I did.
And what happened to the other $700?
I kept it.
You kept the whole $700?
Yes, I did.
Pure profit.
I do everything for everything.
You did everything to get it destroyed. See, you do everything. Now listen, man. See, we have the brother dynamic at play here. My oldest brother's gone, but I had 2 big brothers. I've been the little brother my whole life. And even though I love my brothers and they taught me everything I know today, a big brother's job is to take care of his little brother. He seems like the type of guy that would do
All
that.
the time. He does everything for you. He's a great person. He is a great person. But with all the money I made him, this should never have came to this.
Are you kidding me? He used to be adorable, Your Honor. What happened?
How has this whole thing affected you guys' relationship? Let me start.
I miss this kid more than anything. I haven't seen his kid. We haven't been talking.
How long has this been going on?
I haven't actually spoken to my brother on the phone. We used to talk every day, at least once a day. I haven't spoken to him for 2 months.
We've missed out on a lot of deals, too. Look at where I'm at now. This is what he does to his younger brother.
No, come on. That's not even fair.
Hold on. Let me stop both of you right now. This ain't what he did to his younger brother. Younger brother did this. Now, the big brother been picking up pieces for a while. We don't like to hear that, but that's what big brothers do. Just come into territory. To whom much is given, much is required. This don't ever stop. But you gotta cut him some slack sometime. At the end of the day, man, we family up in here. Now, in order for this to stay together, I think, in my estimation, we need to come to some terms and make some changes. Dylan, you, my brother, you've got to take responsibility for your actions at all times. You're 30 years old. There's no way around this. Now, Marcus, to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are his big brother. That comes with a responsibility.
Absolutely.
You got to hang in there with him just a little bit longer. Because this could be the case that turns the corner in your relationship. And that's what I want out of my court. It's the verdict that could have been at the end of that. We know he wrong.
He is.
This case been over. This case was over the moment he said, I don't know what happened. I ain't got nothing to do with it. An adult in this room just went. So that's not it. It's not the verdict. It's the resolution here. It's family. It's a brotherhood. This is my final verdict. I'm not going to award you anything today because he don't have it. You're going to win the case, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Dylan, you owe your brother $1,000. The way you're going to pay him this $1,000 is on you all's next deal, off the top of the deal, before anything gets split. After you get back the cost, he gets his money. The first $1,000 you make on deal number 1 or 2, the first $1,000 goes to Marcus. I need for you to give me your word that you will pay your brother the $1,000.
I will do that.
Now, I know you're shaking your head because he'd have made a lot of mistakes.
Absolutely.
But one day people get it right. You know, I was him one day. I was a dude that wasn't going to ever be nothing. Lord have mercy, look at me now. That is my final verdict. That's it. And that's the way I see it.
You winning.
This is the case of Bernice Thompson versus Joanne Gamble. Bernice is suing her friend Joanne for $8,500 worth of loans. Joanne claims the money was a gift.
Let's start with you. Bernice, you have 30 seconds to state your case.
I'm here today to sue Joanne Gamble for $8,500 that I loaned her in good faith, and she seems to think that she don't owe me, but I need my money. It's not about friendship, it's about business.
Miss Joanne, it's your turn now.
She didn't loan me the money. She gave me the money. Just like she gave me presents and other things. And so she want to repossess that and the money. She gave it to me.
Oh. How did you all meet? How do you all even know each other?
Okay, we grew up in the same neighborhood. So then in 16, I happened to start dating one of her relatives.
In 2016.
Yes.
That 5 years ago,
I'd rather have triplets today than to be bothered with him.
Okay, well, let's get into what was given. Bernice, exactly how much does she owe you right now, you're claiming?
The balance is $8,500.
Miss Joanne, you feel like you don't have a balance owed?
Not like that, Your Honor. And let me go back and stipulate this.
Not like that?
Not like that. No, okay. I did pay her. But as long as she was in a relationship with a relative of mine, there was no question about me giving, paying, or anything, because she continued to give, not loan anything.
This $8,500 to you was not a loan, it was a gift.
Yes, sir.
Just a gift.
Yes, sir.
Just like, you know, it's just Christmas all year long.
She gave good gifts. Does she want those back?
She can keep the gifts, but I want my money. I'm going to raise you slow, not stupid. I don't have stupid roll on my forehead. There's a difference. I loaned her my money in good faith when she was down. And yes, I was going with a relative of hers, but he was a skirt chaser, and that's why I wear pants today, because I don't fool him.
So now, this loan, how did it start?
The first time I volunteered to pay her rent for her. I volunteered, she didn't ask.
So how much was that?
$1,400.
$1,400?
Yes.
And you volunteered?
I volunteered
and you gave it to her?
No, I loaned it to her, and she paid it back.
You just said you gave it to me.
Girl, I gave it to you without you asking. Don't be crazy.
And you're right. I didn't have to ask because you continue to give me.
Okay, now, so the next payment or money that was exchanged?
Okay, the next money was exchanged. She paid me back. And then on 2/12/19, she paid back $1,400 for rent.
Okay,
and then
so
I loaned her $500 for car and $300 for her utilities.
Okay, hold on one second.
I feel like I was being pimped.
So this is not a one lump sum. This is a series over
the years.
Exchanges.
Yes, sir.
And you feel as though you've given how much between 18 and now? $8,500.
No, I gave $16,000, but she's paid some back.
Oh, $16,000.
I don't believe that. $16,000,
well,
and
I
she
can
gave me
believe that. That's believable.
That's a year's salary for some people.
Ma'am, I have family. You have no idea. If I put up the number of money I didn't, and I'm not getting mine back. You lucky. So it started with $16,000. She's paid it down to what you're claiming is $8,500.
Yes, sir. I have a ledger here.
So now, this ledger that you have, you've kept track. Now, let me say something about a ledger. Is this all 3 pages?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Starting from beginning to the end.
And you've kept track of this?
Every time I loan her some money, every time she paid me back.
Matter of fact, I see the first date on here, 12/10/18.
Yes, sir.
People who have ledgers in the hood have ledgers for 3 reasons. I know Miss Bernice is not a drug dealer, so those people have ledgers. The only other people that have ledgers are people who run the numbers in the hood. And the third reason people have ledgers in the hood is from the loan sharking business.
Yes.
I know all of this because I'm of the age where all of this was a part of my childhood growing up. What did you used to do for a living, Miss Bernice?
First, I worked in the mill, and then I changed careers, and I was a social worker.
So now, this is not where you learned about ledgers from?
No, I learned from ledgers in school. I graduated with a bachelor's in criminal justice and a minor in psychology.
With dust on it.
Check that sights on it.
I'm a retired police officer with a degree in criminal justice. Been doing that almost 30 years. Got my own company. Can make money and don't mind loaning money to some folks or even giving it to people.
We got 2 intelligent women.
One
that are highly degreed. No.
So you must be pointing to myself because I have money and you still owe me.
I have money and I don't owe you.
Okay, well.
Yes, well, we're about to find out because we have a written agreement. And it says, this is a written agreement between Joanne Gamble and Bernice Thompson. This is a ledger of money that I loaned to Mrs. Gamble. Balances owed. On 12/4/18, $1,400. 7/21/18, paid back the $1,400. April 8th, I got April 22nd, July 10th, September, paid back. Now you keep paying back now, $2,000. Then September 21, 2020, $4,000 for rent. October 1st, paid back $500. So there's a balance left of $5,500. And now we're at the last page of November 18th of 2020. Joanne borrowed another $3,000. She had to move, and the new total is $8,500. Signed November 18, 2020 by, I got two signatures. We have a written agreement, and now we're at the last page of November 18th of 2020. Joanne borrowed another $3,000. She had to move, and the new total is $8,500. Signed November 18, 2020 by, I got two signatures here. I got loaner, Bernice Thompson, and I got borrower, Joanne Gamble.
I guess my Geritol got in.
Show that to me. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, we all surprised. Thank you so much. Now, let me ask you this question right here, because you paid a lot of money back. So how do you pay half, but you don't owe the other half?
I never owed. I would give her this and give her that because she did give me money. So now she's in a tight, and I'm giving back some of the money that she gave me.
Gave
me.
See, loaner? No, listen. No, loan, yes.
No.
Yes. No. See, listen to me. Don't fight this. Don't fight this. She seems like a real nice lady. This ain't how they do it in regular court, but this is a new thing.
I appreciate you.
We got loaner, that's Miss Bernice.
Her.
And we got borrower. See, that's you. You're a police officer. Listen.
Yes.
You're a police officer.
Yes.
And work with my nephew on the police department.
I asked you that.
And you work with my nephew on the police department, which ain't got a damn thing to do with this case. But we just throwing out random information right now. I got it, Miss Bernice. I got it. Miss Bernice, I got it.
Now, let's go to Harlem Shuffle. You winning. You winning.
See, listen to me. Do you understand the problem I got?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes, ma'am. Explain the problem. You're a police officer. This, as evidence.
You're seeing
how do you
evidence.
See it? Oh,
Black
okay.
and white. Loaner.
Right. But you're a police officer, so what you see? This gonna help us all out in these days and times.
And borrower, which
Yes,
shouldn't
ma'am.
have been borrowed, it should have been given Joanne Gamble.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's my name.
Now, you're a police officer. Miss Bernice, please. I'm trying.
Okay, Mr. Hightower. I mean, Judge Harvey.
I ain't mad at you.
Listen, Captain.
We all know who I really am. I ain't really no damn judge either. You know, this is cute right here. Now, let me get this. You were friends.
Yeah, it's my sister.
We still gonna be friends as soon as you tell her to pay me my money. We gonna be better friends.
Now, I'm telling you, the thing between her and that other person has messed us up. So let's straighten this out
The
so she
whole
can go
family
ahead.
messed up.
So you're saying that when she broke up with this relative, this is the only reason she wants this money.
Bingo.
That's
Had
what
they
you...
still been together, it would not have been an issue. And
Oh,
then
turn around. I want my money. I'm not slow. I'm not
that's
stupid.
okay. You may want it.
Money's
Not
out
so you
there.
go
Be
get
as
it.
wants.
Anyhow, I'm in the hospital, Judge. So she drove me there, but in the interim of the month that I was in the hospital, she used my car. The problem was she wasn't paying the tow.
Are you claiming she ran up tolls on your car?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me see that. This is your bill from tolls that was ran up.
I'm not paying for no toll, because if she had been at home, I wouldn't have had to go see her. Anyhow, you did. You did.
So
And you owe that.
hold on, Miss Bernice. That's your fault for letting your blood pressure get up and couldn't get it down.
Now,
get your blood pressure down. Ladies, listen to me. I really heard enough. And I'm about to give you my verdict. Now, the thing is, you're a former police officer. You know what evidence is. You know what is called incriminating evidence. This is what's called incriminating evidence. I mean, this right here, it may just be black and white, but this is about as incriminating as you can get because you signed it as the borrower. It's plain and simple. This right here on any show, 48 Hours, Forensic Files, all this right here, any lawyer, a public defender get his hands on this. You got a shot of going home. You, having kept this ledger, was about as OG, old grandma as you could get. But she knew to keep a ledger of everything that was said. You know what's finna happen.
Yes, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I do.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When this is all over, you really want this woman out your life?
No, I love her. She has really been a rock for me.
I
She's
know.
really had my back.
Because one thing about it, according to this legend, this story, that woman right there come through for you if she see you need it. She did. She's there for you. Now, let me tell you something. She a little hard now, but we all got one of these in our family. She a tough love sister. But the key word is love.
Yeah.
So now, after this is over with, I want y'all to get back to being what you was. But I have reached my verdict. My verdict is for the plaintiff into the tune of $7,872.55. I'm giving you $627.45 in toll money. When you take that from the $8,500, that's how I reach my final verdict. That's my final verdict.
He comes in the house and I eat a man. He's just messy. Popcorn, potato chips, condoms. I do clean. He just took the pictures when it was at his worst. I do clean.
Where that bitch at?
We could have brought it. We could have brought it.
This is the case of Kevin Tribble versus Kevin Tribble II. Kevin is suing his son Kevin II for $4,800 in back rent and for not cleaning his room. Kevin II says he doesn't owe any back rent and wants his father to respect him.
Let's start with you, Kevin. You've got 30 seconds to state your case.
I'm here because my 24-year-old son is irresponsible, self-centered, trifling, nasty, and just all over the place. So I came here today. I'm gonna sue his butt for $4,800 for all the stress he put on me. He's gonna sign this agreement too, that he can't have nobody in his house until he gets that room cleaned up. Because I'm standing here for all the parents with messy sons like that. And I'm gonna change this thing.
Kevin II, it's your turn now. You got as long as you need to respond to that.
Your Honor, I'm here today because, as you can see, my dad has went crazy. $4,800 for back rent when I've already been paying back rent?
The other rule where I cannot have nobody over unless my room is clean. I got a girlfriend. She called me up on the phone and say, "Can I come over, babe?" And I say, "Nah, my room's not clean." It's over with. I'm gonna be single. Do you want my heart to be broke, Your Honor? I'm not paying this money. I'm not signing no paper. And hopefully you ruin my favor.
Well, let's get to it. Has he always been home? I mean, has he ever left the house? Tell me the situation.
Well, see, we moved out in California about 4 years ago, and he was in college playing, me and my wife and my kids. You know, he was in college playing football at Indiana State. So I thought, okay, once he get done, he'd be on his own, he could fly with the Eagles. But nah, he said, "I'm done with college. I'm coming out to California with us." But I didn't really like that, but you know, I let him come out there. I listen to my wife, you know, she always on the side. Yeah. So he comes in the house and like, he's the man. He comes in there and he's just messy. I mean, he's leaving popcorn, potato chips, condoms. I mean, dried up ice cream on the counter. I mean, I'm scared that mice or rats gonna come in our house. And I'm scared of critters. I gave my wife to kill that. But I'm just trying to say, I'm just saying that it's gotten too bad.
You have submitted some photos for the court?
Oh, yeah.
Can I see it? Take of the messy room.
Your Honor.
What do you have to say about this photo?
As you can see in the photo, I got the trash bag, so that means I was cleaning. I just got interrupted.
Next photo, let me see what else you got.
Well, look at this. Look at this.
And it looks like this often?
I do clean. He just took the pictures when it was at his worst. I do clean.
Where that picture at?
I said, he could have brought it. He could have brought it.
You don't think I heard that one? What else you done did, sir?
Oh, I mean, that's the, like,
let's just run this bill up.
Okay,
Come on.
Yeah, he's wrecked his car 3 times. Yeah, and then he had, you know, he's got deductible, so where'd that come from? Me and my wife started getting loans and buying $800 shoes, which he got on now. He decides to quit his job.
How much you think in loans you done took out? Just give me a guess.
I mean, maybe like $4,000.
And he paid that?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we shouldn't, but I didn't want him, you know, to mess his credit up. I'm trying to get him on the right foot.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't want my son to do that.
You're doing all this to get him on the right foot.
Yeah, get him on the right foot because I'm trying to.
You're trying to give your son a better life than the one you had.
Exactly.
And you don't want him to mess his credit up like you did when you was young.
Exactly.
How much you asking for?
I'm asking for $4,800. Now, if you want to put something better, I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
So, what's your response to this?
I'm a young 24-year-old out in LA, and a lot of the times I have a social media presence that I'm trying to grow and make money for to be able to move out and get out of his place so he can't talk about, you know, the mess and everything like that.
Tell me about this money-making venture you got going on.
Yeah, so I run like a social media channel.
Okay, we have that. Yeah. Okay, you got over 6 million views. This is called More Than Football.
Yeah, it's More Than Football. I just do like motivational videos, and like I said, I'm monetized. I'm making money from it, but it's not always consistent.
So you have a video you submitted to the court.
Yes.
All right, let's play it.
I was blessed with such a great dad. The first tip I can give y'all is believe in yourself, okay? It starts with belief.
You bring one video into this court.
Yeah.
First words out your mouth was you admire your father.
Yeah.
And you say you're trying to get this business off the ground to make more money. To do what with the money?
He tell you got a baby on the way.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So he thinks he gonna bring his baby in this messy room. The baby gonna have move out.
You gonna move out?
I'm gonna move out. That's the only solution. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, I have a baby on the way, and I'm excited when she gets here. I mean, I'm beat for the baby. I'm gonna find a way.
You gonna be a great grandfather.
Yeah.
I'm a grandparent. I got 7.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's. I ain't got there yet. I'm looking forward to the baby.
Oh, don't clap. It ain't all that. So, what else you want to say, man?
There's nothing I can say. Like I said, you don't understand. There's murderers, there's killers out here. I'm not doing nothing bad, but just trying to make it. Just as he is, just as you have.
So, cause you ain't killed nobody.
Be good, is
You know, no, I love this dude, man. You know I feel for you, cause you just picked the wrong court.
That's why I'm around here.
Well, what is this contract you wanted to sign? I love this dude, man. You know I feel for you, cause you just picked the wrong court. What is this contract you wanted to sign?
I want him to sign this contract. It says, you know, how much he's gonna pay monthly, and also he can't have nobody in the household.
Is there a reason why you think you shouldn't clean your room?
No, I want to respect his rules. I love my dad, like I just said. Just doesn't understand that I can make a career out of what I'm doing.
So let me ask you this question: your father's suing you for back rent. How are you paying rent?
I've been paying rent for 8 months. I've been paying him every single month, $200. He's just now asking for back pay. That's what I'm saying. It's coming out the blue.
I want to show you some pictures that the court got, because I knew he was going to get to this point. This is your daddy holding you with all the hope. He has been there for you with his arms around you since the beginning. He done put that ridiculous hat on to put that smile on his baby's face. The only problem we got is we have a misunderstanding right here. You love your father.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You love your son.
Yeah. But he's still messy.
Yeah.
It fits.
That's obvious. So we have the plaintiff asking for $4,800 for 2 years of back rent. He has paid off loans that you took out so you don't ruin your credit. He still got his arms around his boy. His son leaves college and says he coming out to LA. He opens up his door and gives a room to his son because he ain't gonna have his son out in the street. He still got his arm around his son. When you get out here with your young family that you're about to have, it's gonna get rough. But I bet he'd be there for you again. Cause he that type of man right there. You're a sharp young kid. And y'all ain't in here. I don't want to speak to him no more. Y'all love each other. This ain't what this is. Y'all gonna still talk. Y'all gonna put your arm around each other. So I've reached my final verdict. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do this verdict. I was 26 years old. I borrowed $5,000 from my father. My father had $10,000. He gave me $5,000 to buy a carpet cleaning machine. I bought the carpet cleaning machine. I promised I'd pay the bill back. He put his $5,000 up as a CD at a bank. I proceeded to lose the money because I never made the payment. My father lost $5,000. I saw my father go down to the bank and turn in his CD to the bank that he had put up for collateral so his son's credit wouldn't be ruined. That broke my heart. My entire life I spent until his death making up for that $5,000. I just wanted him to see that the young man he had raised that turned out to be what he was hoping I would be. So I just pulled money into my daddy.
I want to do the same thing.
Oh, I'm gonna help you. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is my verdict. I'm gonna award you, sir, $4,800 for back rent. I'm going to also award you the signing of the lease as part of the final settlement. But also, he said, I want to do the same thing.
Right.
So now, I'm about to let him.
Okay.
That other $4,000 that you done paid in loans, I'm going to give you that too.
Oh, shit.
Hey, and I'll tell you something. The reason I'm giving you that $4,000 is because my two sons is over there listening. I want all my money back.
favor. I do love my dad. I want to make him proud. That's everything I want to do. I love you too.
I know I don't owe $6,000 and she knows she's a damn liar.
He's saying all of these ugly things at me. Did you believe this? He's toxic. Toxic.
Go ahead, I'm scared.
He was like, yo, I just want to get my headshot, going and whoop de whoop.
What is this? There's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Steve Harvey.
Welcome to court, everybody.
This is the case of Anjanette Livingston versus Melanie Williams. Anjanette is suing her longtime friend Melanie for $6,000 for pet damage to her carpet. Melanie insists that neither she nor her cat is responsible.
Let's start with you, Anjanette. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey. I'm suing my ex-co-worker and best friend of nearly 30 years, Melanie Williams, in the amount of $6,000 for the replacement of my carpet due to her and her cat Panda damage to my home.
Melanie, it's your turn now. You have 30 seconds to respond.
I do not like confrontation, but I am here to dispute charges against my pet Panda, stating that he did not ruin her carpet. He would never do that because he is litter box trained, so I'm here today to dispute that. I know I don't owe $6,000 and she knows she's a damn liar.
You called her a damn lie. She spit water everywhere. Okay, so now that we see how she feels, Anjanette, tell me why you're suing for the $6,000.
I bought my home in April of 2019, and prior to me closing, I had my carpet totally replaced. Was $4,500 at that time.
Is this the first house you bought?
This is my first time being my first home
Well,
by
congratulations.
myself. Thank you.
Congratulations. And you bought this house. You saved up to get it.
I paid $8,000. It took me 3 years to save the $8,000 cash myself.
You bought a house for $8,000?
No, that was the down payment.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's get into why.
I mostly live alone.
How often does she come?
She comes at least about 4 or 6 times a year.
And you don't come alone, I take it?
I take my cat Panda.
Panda?
Yes.
Is a cat?
Is a cat, yes.
And do we have a photo of the cat? Okay, so now this is the cat that comes to your house.
That is Panda.
He's a he.
He's a he, yes.
And he come with you.
Yes.
Every time you
Every single time.
And stay the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Now, what are you claiming about this Panda, the cat?
There are stains that's all over my house that cannot be professionally cleaned.
Did you have photos of the damage?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's take a look at those. What is Panda eating?
He eats just regular cat food, crunchies, and wet food.
Okay. Anjanette, you think all this is from the cat?
Yes.
And you say your entire house is like this?
Entire house. My carpet looked like it's 30 years old.
Have you ever seen Panda doing anything on the carpet?
No, not with my own eyes, because if I don't have my glasses on, I don't see it.
You don't see it without your glasses. You having a little trouble seeing me right now? Yes. Yeah, go ahead and put your glasses on so I can see. Oh, that's pretty. When she's there, do you wear your glasses?
Not at the house, no.
Not at home. You don't wear the glasses at the house.
I'm comfortable just being at home and looking.
Well, you know where the couch is and the refrigerator and stuff. Yeah, you like slamming up in the stuff.
When I watch TV and stuff.
Watch TV. You put your glass on and watch TV?
Yeah, I have to in order to see it.
It's hard to find Family Feud.
It's not hard to find Family Feud like I listen to you in the morning time.
You listen to me on the radio show.
What?
Girl, how you dial that radio? You just hard is to dial that radio without your glasses on?
I got you programmed in. I just turned it on.
Oh, you got it programmed in?
Yeah.
I'm automatic. I'm preset.
Waiting for them closing remarks faithfully.
Waiting for them closing remarks. I try to be a motivational person.
That 84,000 seconds I listen to.
I rule for the plaintiff. So let me ask you a question. These spots that keep appearing magically on the carpet, where are you thinking that this is coming from?
I'm thinking she does have 6 grandkids that's under the age of 7 who come over. You know, I think it's foot traffic as well.
He can't go to the bathroom?
He uses the litter box all the time. And I bring a litter pan every time I come.
I have never seen a litter pan. She may say that.
What is this picture of?
But I have never seen
Panda in the litter box saying that he is using the bathroom, so there's no reason for him to go.
I don't know where he looked guilty in this picture right here. That's the look I have when somebody opens the bathroom door and I'm sitting there. That's the same look I have. Do you have any stains on your carpet at your house?
No, sir.
Last I heard, she have hardwood floors.
I was gonna say, okay, that's right.
Oh, that's tricky. That's tricky. I like where you did that. That was sharp. Girl, that was good. So, do you have any estimates of what this will cost to repair?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's see what we got here. Labor to replace the carpet in house is $2,300, and carpet to replace all carpet in the house $3,700. That comes to a total of $6,000. How many spots would you say you have in your house that you're claiming is done by Panda?
The whole house.
The whole house. And you've never seen him do it one time.
I've never seen it, no.
But you're claiming that this kitty cat has been dropping these mountain lion-sized droppers all over the house.
Yeah.
So, in the 3 years that you've been in your house, how many times have you had the carpet cleaned?
None.
In the 3 years that you've been in your house, how many times have you had the carpet cleaned?
None.
Now, in the time that you've lived in this house, anybody track in anything? Anybody waste something on the floor? Drinking wine? You know, spaghetti or ravioli?
No, they eat at the table.
They eat at the table. All kids eat at the table.
Yes.
Woo, where these kids at? I can't.
One of them is a big fan of yours, and that's my oldest grandson. He know he can't.
You're just trying to get your verdict.
No, I'm just trying to tell you.
Every time it look like the case ain't going your way, you pay the judge another compliment. I love you. I want you to follow me around, okay? Let me paint a picture for you. You're claiming that all of this damage done to your carpet over a 3-year period is cause of that damn Panda. And I must add, and I'm having trouble with this whole case, and it's easy to blame Panda, because Panda is black. Now, No, y'all didn't want this a part of the case. But we must tell the entire story. You've had a problem with Panda since the very beginning. Now, here was the magical moment for me. You can't see without your glasses. Did you notice her attitude changed when you put them glasses on? Because she finally could confirm it was me. You said that you cannot see without them glasses. And then, born witness, you've never seen Panda do anything on this carpet. Now, I've reached a verdict. Based on my summation that I just gave, based on that look on your face, also your several blatant attempts to bribe the judge, even though I must admit I enjoyed it. I thank you for being a fan. I hope to God I've said something to motivate you, but I cannot in good faith allow that to sway my decision. It is hard to blame this cat for $6,000 worth of damage. That's the entire price to recarpet the entire home. So, Panda, I know, dog. And excuse me for calling you dog. That was Panda, I know you've had a rough life. I know it's been hard on you. And I know one of the reasons you was brought into this court today is because you happen to be a black cat. But today is your lucky day, because so is your judge. My verdict is I rule in favor of the defendant. She is not responsible for the replacement of the carpet. Please get your carpet cleaned or replace your carpet or whatever you want, but you cannot get brand new carpet after 3 years. My ruling is for the defendant. Everybody go home and get back to being friends. And hang it out. Hang it out. And that's my verdict. That's the way I see it.
Before you change the image, I want to tell you something.
Well, don't change the image yet. You're going to get cussed out in Spanish if you change that image. Well, let me see what we got here.
This is the case of Brian Lupi versus Carolina Malavasi. Brian is suing his girlfriend, Carolina, for $3,400 in back rent. Carolina claims she's paid rent and feels Brian is just greedy.
Let's start with you, Brian. You got 30 seconds to state your case.
Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm suing my girlfriend, Carolina Malavasi, for $3,400 in back rent. We've been together for 3 years, but I feel like I'm being taken advantage of.
Okay. Carolina, it's your turn. You've got 30 seconds.
Are you crazy? No, he's Mr. Greedy. Don't address him as Mr. Lupi. Address him as Mr. Greedy. I do not owe him any money, and now he's coming here saying all of these ugly things at me. Can you believe this? He's toxic. Toxic.
Yes.
You will see. At the end of this, you will be on my side, and you will be.
I'm already on your side.
Okay? Yes, sir. So this is gonna be easy today because I already won.
Brian?
Speechless. Yes, that's right. Speechless. He's gonna lie, and he's like, exactly. Lies. Speechless. Let's go on. Let's talk.
Okay. Hey, Brian, you want to just let this go so we can just go on? All right, let's get started. You're suing your girlfriend for $3,400.
Right.
Let's just start from the beginning. How'd you all meet?
So we met in summer 2018. We were at Disney World. She was working there as an intern, and I saw her and she wanted me to take a picture. And I thought she was cute, asked her for a number.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah.
So how does the relationship begin? I mean, give me that.
Eventually we went out. Her internship ended, and she had to move back home. So then we had to do a long distance relationship, pretty much. She got a job in the town as a dental assistant, and she was starting to hate it. I tried to
right here for a second.
Yes, sir.
I just feel something's being left out. How does the relationship progress?
Before we even started dating, I told him, Brian, you know, this is a very difficult time in my life because I'm transitioning and I don't even know where I'm gonna go next. So I had to move back home. And he was like, I understand, you know, everything at first is like the honeymoon stage. Of course, I love you. Yes, I don't care that you work or you don't work.
So you were trying to help her?
I tried to help her, and I did find her another job in my hometown so that we wouldn't have to do long distance anymore.
You found her another job?
I looked for dental assisting jobs, and she was telling me that she hated the one she worked at. So I found another one at my dentist that happened to be looking for a dental assistant.
Hold on. You wanted her closer. You went to your dentist and got him to hire her. And not only did it make her have a better job position, was it closer?
It was 30 minutes away.
30 minutes away.
It was perfect. I wouldn't have to do long distance with her.
So why does she owe you rent? I mean, she's 30 minutes because it takes...
So she gets the job and moves in with me in my apartment.
When you all decided to move in, were there any agreements, promises, understandings? So we going 50-50 on this rent?
Not exactly, because it's not completely fair. If I'm making a little bit more money than she is, I will pay majority.
How much are we talking?
75%.
Did you agree?
Yes, but my job situation, Mr. Harvey, changed. I went to being unemployed.
So when she loses her job, how does that start to affect the household finances?
She had to go back on unemployment. And in the meantime, I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and step up and pay for everything that I can while she looks for a job.
Wow.
I was not just looking for a job, Mr. Harvey. I was also cleaning when he got home, food ready for him, of sticky notes that I would write to him that I love him, that I hope, because I would write it to him when he would go to work.
Oh, you got the notes right here. My love, I hope you enjoy your meal. I made it with lots of love. You are my everything. Girl, I love you. Oh, my God. And where would you have these notes?
You know, I will have his lunch bag ready, and I will
You
put it in
wasn't
there.
putting them notes in the bag, was you? So when he'd open up his bag, he'd get the note? You were supportive in other ways.
And it was very difficult to me that he would just keep talking about money and money, because all I wanted was to work, and I couldn't. I gave him a stimulus checks. I remember back in August, I gave him like $900. I gave him so much money. He was hard on me, Steve.
She's leaving a little bit out, but I'll...
Yeah, she's leaving a little bit out, but this ain't looking good, homie. This moment right here is killing it. I didn't see all this coming. Oh, but it's here. Come on, Brian, I know you want to say something. You said she's leaving some stuff out. Let's find out what that is.
Yes, Your Honor. I agree that she's been very supportive in that sense. But here's where the problem comes in. Bills were racking up.
Okay.
Vet bills, rent, electricity, utilities. I have my credit card.
Credit card you've submitted.
Right there.
Current balance as of 10/8/21, $15,000.
Yeah.
He did help with, the bills while I was unemployed. However, that changed when I got a job.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you got a new job?
He did help with, the bills while I was unemployed. However, that changed when I got a job.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you got a new job? When?
February 15th.
So now you're back to contributing to the household?
Exactly.
Is this a full-time job or what is this?
Before I get the job, I tell him, Brian, it's a temporary job. Is the evidence?
All right, let me see the evidence. Temporary job.
Yeah, but it says full-time.
Employee type temporary. Job profile customer service rep. Job type full-time. Okay, hold up. Are you still working there?
I'm still working there.
Whoa. You've been working there since February 15th? Has she been giving her 25% of the rent since working?
No, Your Honor. No. I still been paying everything.
Necio, majadero. No.
Okay. Hey, here we go. I don't know what you said.
Dramático necio.
Well, she mad now.
She called me annoying.
Once they go to the other language, I don't know what that is, but we have a problemo. Yeah. Okay. What have you been doing with the money since February 15th?
I've been paying him what we agreed on for each share bills, the utilities. I have not missed a payment. I have evidence of that. But
let me see the evidence. I need the evidence.
But I would like to tell you something
I'm gonna let you tell me. Go ahead. I'm scared of you.
Before you change the image, I want to tell you something.
Well, don't change the image yet. You're gonna get cussed out in Spanish if you change that image. We're not gonna change the screen. Tell me what you want to say before we change the screen.
When I got hired, I told him it ends in July. Then from July, they extended it to December, and now it's extended until January.
Okay.
But I do not know. I'm not a psychic. I don't have a crystal ball to know what's going to happen in January.
Right.
So how am I going to keep giving you $3,000 that I do not have when I should be trying to save money? So in case I do lose my job, I have something. Every time that I can find something that I get paid like X, I give it to him. He knows that because I have the evidence. Go ahead, show it to me.
Okay, then now let me ask you a question. Can I change the screen?
Go ahead, see,
I see January 13th, $37. I see $175 on May 23rd. I go down, I see October 24th, $35. So you've made a contribution towards different bills since February. What he's in here for is for rent.
I understand.
25%
I understand.
of the rent. Let's talk about this relationship. Is this $3,400 a deal breaker for this relationship?
On my part, no.
For your part, no. Mr. Brian, is this $3,400 a deal breaker?
I would say it can be because I'm struggling.
I'm going to sum this up and then I'm going to give you a verdict because I think I got to get to what this really is about. When you look through that camera lens to take a picture, you saw something more than that. So you pursued it, you got a number, you all started dating. So now this relationship progresses and you decide to live together. And now you have a conversation, which in this case turns into a contract. And the reason he's willing to pay more is because we all know as men, you are worth every single dollar. Plus, we know that. And it's working within life happens, as it always does. And now, you still want everything that was promised. She can't. So here she come. She leaving notes. She making lunches. She cleaning. She got some other things. these other things come into play. She try to cover the bases everywhere she can because she knows she's short on the promise, but it's not her fault because life happens. Now, Carolina gets a full-time job, and she has a chance to get back on her feet. But now the contract is in play. But guess what? She has a fear because the last time she was out, he made her feel it. He bought it up. He needed this. So now she's trying to fix it in the event that this temporary position that's full-time goes away in January. What will be her nest egg in case Mr. Bryan feels totally different again? So she's trying to prepare herself for an out because it's hard for women when they feel like they got nothing. So now I got a problem as the judge. What do I do? If I give you this $3,400, you're gonna lose her. I can give you $3,400, but she gone. Because now she gotta make sure every dollar she got, that she can hold on to it, because she don't know that when January comes, you're not gonna pull the same thing.
Get your money so you can stop nagging me. Go ahead. And I walk out the door, though. Just... I need the money, Steve. I need to have
I know why you
something.
need the money. Because you need something. Don't nobody get
like
that
that.
like me. I've been ass out before. You know why I work like I work? Because I'm running from homelessness. I work like a dog because I ain't never finna live in a car. Matter of fact, I buy real big cars now. In case all this go down the tubes, the next car I'm living in gonna be real nice. Oh, I understand. I have reached my verdict. Brian, this is on you. I will hit the verdict. What will it be, Mr. Bryan? I give you the $3,400.
Give me the money.
Give me the money. I rule for the plaintiff for $3,400. Look at her. Look.
You not know what rock bottom is. I moved from another country. I know what it is to be rock bottom. He just thinks of like money is more than that. This your self-esteem is.
I know.
A man has control over me. Now I have to pay him this money that I don't have.
Well, this is my court. My verdict stands, but I'm going to make an amendment. The court is going to pay the $3,400 for you. The court is going to do something that no other court does. I'm going to award you $5,000. The reason I'm doing this, because I've been all the way out before. Brian, this is a tough one, man. I don't know if she gonna stay or go. But you gonna feel this one, though. You gonna feel this one, homie. Mm-hmm. That's it. I wish you well. I wish you well. That's my verdict.
He stopped answering the phones.
So I had to make a decision. Do I go call Lil Ray and them to go ham him up, or do I handle it the legal way?
Your Honor, please let's not act surprised like that has never crossed your mind. See what we got here.
This is the case of Aaliyah Jackson versus David Crutcher. Aaliyah is suing photographer David for $650 in missing headshots and family portraits. David claims he wasn't able to deliver the shots, but he's not responsible for a refund.
Well, let's start with you, Aaliyah. You got 30 seconds to state your case.
Well, I am suing the defendant, Mr. Crutcher, for dropping the ball on accountability. I contacted him to give me headshots and family photos for $650, and I don't have my photos, and I'm gonna need a little baby to run me my coins.
All right, David, it's your turn. You got 30 seconds to respond.
Your Honor, I'm here to defend myself. Leah's accusing me of owing her and all of this chaos. It was unforeseen circumstances that I got hit with, and she's not been like lenient or understanding. She feel like I owe her. I do not owe her.
Miss Leah, how did you choose him to be your photographer?
Well, I chose Mr. Crutcher to be my photographer because I liked his work. I followed him on social media, so I hit him up to see his prices and availability.
On what social media?
Via Instagram.
Via Instagram inbox, direct message, that's what they call it.
Oh, you slid in his DM.
For photos, Your Honor. For photos only.
Yeah. I don't really know nothing about that because I ain't never slid in nobody's DM, but I always wanted to say that you slid into his DM.
She slid in my DMs.
Yeah. It just sound just so So she reached out to you. That's how it got started.
Yes, she had reached out to me, Your Honor, and she was like, yo, I just want to get my headshots, going and whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, I'm gonna hook you up.
So let me ask you, what is whoop-de-whoop?
Your Honor, whoop-de-whoop is just, just the extra shenanigans that I didn't fully explain. But, she was just wanting to book me for a headshot and family portrait. And I told her, I'm going to give her one flat rate for both shoots. That's whoop-de-whoop.
Your Honor, we have records of the conversation.
So now let's see those. You say you have them. Let's see them. This is you, Aaliyah. I've seen some of your work and I'm impressed. I want to get some headshots from a portfolio. How much would you charge me for a session? I also want an outdoor family portrait. Your response was, I could do your headshots for $150 and an outdoor family portrait, unlimited photos with same-day return, $500. Sound professional to me.
Thank you.
Right now, we got to find out how much of this service contract was honored. So what has actually occurred?
Well, Your Honor, we did do the photo shoot, and it went well. It was wonderful, but I didn't get my pictures.
Oh, so you did the photo shoot?
Yeah, we did the photo.
Sir.
It was wonderful.
You took the pictures?
Yes.
We did both photo shoots.
And
the family and the headshots?
Yes.
You've seen none of them?
I saw him in the camera, and I paid in full for his services.
Now, I have your DM messaging that you initiated.
Yes.
You said, great shoot. I'll have your pics returned in 48 hours, and I'll see you tomorrow for the family shoot at Sweetwater Park in Lawrenceville.
Yes.
You in turn said it was definitely a dope shoot. Oh, dope shoot. Oh, you use young lingo.
I'm not that old, Steve.
Well, ain't no need of sliding in the DMs talking old, is it? Sure had a good old time with you down at that damn shoot. Wants us to get together, do it again sometime. Okay, it was definitely a dope shoot. I can't wait to see them. Okay, so now, how did you pay him?
I paid him in cash.
Paid him in cash?
Yes, Your Honor.
We've got receipts. That's $150. That's the price of the headshots.
Yes, Your Honor.
And $500 family photo shoot.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so something went wrong now. So it's time. All you got to do now is get these pictures off your drive on your camera.
Where, Your Honor?
Okay, now.
I really do not know who, when, where, how, but my camera came up missing and the SD card that held Aaliyah's content, many other clients' content as well, all of that was gone. I explained it to her. She understood at first. I was not trying to dodge her.
I was not giving her the runaround or anything like that up front. And then, you know, I had to make a tough decision. Like, the little money that was coming my way, I just decided to go ahead and get a new camera. Maybe offer her a free shoot, but still be able to make money.
You used her money to get the new camera.
Mm-hmm. If you want to look at it that way, yes.
But now, you used her money to get the new camera.
Mm-hmm. If you want to look at it that way, yes.
You had a decision you had to make. Do I take this money and give it back to her as a refund, or do I get another camera? So you made the decision to buy the camera.
Yes.
Okay. So did you try to contact him after the photo shoot?
I did. Initially, he agreed to give me another shoot, but you didn't have a camera. Then you agreed to give me my money back, you know, to meet me to get it. I called him to get the funds, to find it, and he stopped answering the phone. So I had to make a decision. Do I handle it the street way? Do I go call Lil Ray and them to go ham him up? Or do I handle it the legal way? Because, you know, I'm too old to go to jail,
Let's
Your
not
Honor.
act surprised. Your Honor. Please, let's not act surprised like that has never crossed your mind. Because, you know, Ray is very popular. We all have a Ray. Nuck, Pookie,
Mr. Starter,
Lil John.
I tried to meet with her, Your Honor, but long story short, she took it upon herself to defame me.
You say she defamed
you?
you?
She was going behind my back, messing up clientele for me. She paying me out to be this con artist, this janky photographer.
Now, these are things people say when they get their money took. You know, so instead of calling Ray, this is what we do, you know. Let me ask you a question. Okay. You said there were some unforeseen things that happened. Tell me a little bit more about this.
Well, I had got put out. I was getting into it with my roommate. Some things was going left, and still to this day, I'm living out my car. And
you lived in your car?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So the moment that gets us here seems to me like when she paid the $650 cash total, you had thought about returning her money, but you made the business decision to buy a camera. That's your only way to get back into the money-making business. But then you got to make good on the $650 that she paid. That young man would have been the only next move. She don't have her pictures. She ain't got no money. You ain't returning phone calls. So guess what? As far as she know, you janky, you're a bad photographer, you don't keep your word. Now she don't know what's going on. But you gotta stay strong when you fall down.
Aaliyah, I do apologize for how it went. I'm not that type of person.
But had the communication continued, I probably would have been more empathetic regarding what was going on.
Exactly.
I get it, but you should have continued to communicate with me.
Exactly.
And then I wouldn't have felt like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Aaliyah, I'm willing to offer you a family photo shoot and another headshot shoot for free on me.
Well, it's not free because I already paid for it, but okay.
I know, you're absolutely right. See, you keep saying free. Let me help you, David, because I understand your heart. I'm not really sure that she gonna be able to smile right with her kids while you aiming the camera at her. This sister right here, I've dealt with women before. I don't claim to know them, but you're not finna get slap happy out of her no more. This is gonna be the picture you get. That ain't the photo we need. So let me do one better. In you, I see some of me. Because at 28, I had nothing. By 30, I was living in my car. I lived in my car for 3 years. So I'm talking to myself right now. So I'm going to render my verdict. But I'm going to do something different. I can't knock you down because I want you to get up. I do see that you have a great heart. And you understand that you have the ability to be respectful. You know, look, man, I'm in the second chance business. God gave me one. So many people gave me one. Look, Look, man, if I had gotten what I deserved, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm not going to fix this to where this is an end-all lesson for you. I am going to award her entire amount of $650. I am going to pay her the $650. I want you to owe me and not her. You to pay me back the next 3 days that we shoot this show. You have to come out here and work in conjunction with my son, who is the photographer on this show. And you are going to work under my son, who is a professional photographer, and you are going to shoot this show. All the pictures you shoot, you turn in to me. And young man, if you do a good enough job, I will have my son give you an assignment, and you can earn full pay shooting one of these days on a TV show. Everybody deserves a shot, man. Everybody. That's my final verdict. And that's the way I saw it. sponsorships for this? What you making?
Well, I bought a Tesla.
Man, get your ass out of here.
The graphic look is very kind of tore up.
Maybe I looked a little too cute and got too much attention in her old outfit.
I wasn't really upset about the Steelers losing.
Yes, you were. Somebody cut this man's hat.
It was not me.
You would admit to it.
Yes, I would. And do it again.
Is that a threat? Hell yeah, it's a threat. It's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the
get started.
This is the case of Diana and John White versus Colin White. Diana and John are suing their son Colin for $10,000 for kitchen damages. Colin says he doesn't owe because the damaged kitchen is from normal wear and tear.
Diana and John, you guys have 30 seconds to state your case.
Judge Harvey, we stand before you today in order to sue our son Colin in the amount of $10,000 for damages done to our kitchen.
Colin makes extreme cooking videos, and through that, he throws things, smashes things, dented our marble, our cabinetry, and it's just total destruction. We've had it, we're over it, and he needs to take responsibility.
Okay, Collins, your turn. You have 30 seconds to respond.
I do not owe them a nickel. That kitchen is older than iPhones, and simply just wear and tear on it, everyone uses it. It's like a revolving door, so obviously it's gonna have some damage over time. I make money through my videos, so just that alone is enough to want to need the kitchen.
Okay. What type of kitchen do you have?
A little over 10 years ago, we remodeled our kitchen, and it cost about $100,000. All custom cabinetry, high-end appliances.
This is a nice kitchen.
It was a very nice kitchen for a while.
It still is.
So you're claiming $10,000 in damages for this kitchen. Why?
Well, just the faucet that Colin broke alone is $900. To resurface and reseal the marble island is over $3,000. To respray all the cabinetry and repair the dents is, I think it was $5,400.
Now, I understand that there's a video for the damages. All right, let's take a look at this.
You can see here, this is our faucet. A little bit broken. Doesn't turn on so good. There's a lot of excess water that runs down and chips away at all the paint on the cabinetry. As you can see, there's been some things thrown here over the time, chipped paint, as well as hitting the cabinetry in multiple areas.
Colin, are you responsible for this?
No. You see, the faucet, that broke freshman year. That was before I even started making videos. And water damage, I'm not the only person that drinks water in the house.
So tell me about this business that you got. Why do you use the kitchen? For what?
Well, 2 years ago, I started making videos on a social media platform.
What type of videos?
Cooking.
Okay, well, let's take a look at it.
Okay. God. That was an accident. I didn't...
Colin, so you make kind of like extreme
They're
dishes.
not all like that. That's just the
I'm just
most extreme.
Some of them, you know.
Form, and I have over 500,000 followers now. And it just... Thank you.
You got a site, you got 23 million likes, you got 15.4K followers over here, you got 519,000 followers over here. That's pretty good. Do you get sponsorships for this?
A ton, I get a ton.
Give me an idea of what we're talking about here, in terms of what you're making.
Well, I bought a Tesla with the money I got.
You bought a Tesla?
And then there's an update you can get on your phone. It's $10,000. I got that too.
You bought a $10,000 update on your phone. You got, what? Come on now. Colin.
I hope that answers your question.
It answered my question. I'm impressed, man.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I mean, we all hope our kids do this well. Now, let me step over to Diana and John here. I saw the video, and you're thinking this damage is about $10,000.
Yes.
Have you talked to him about it?
We've talked to him on several occasions. As a typical teenager, he doesn't like to listen. While we do appreciate his entrepreneurship and going out and being a go-getter, it does take its toll on us, both mentally and physically at times.
Because he'll spend hours and hours making these videos, and then we don't have any access to the kitchen.
See, Colin, look, man, this is a bad day in court for you. But you tell me why you think you're not responsible for any damages to the house.
I'm not the only person that uses the kitchen. A lot of the things that happened aren't my fault, like the water damage, the faucet, that's not my fault. And the things that are, they're just simply accidents, but you don't sue someone over little accidents.
When I was young, I hit a ball one time into Miss Payne's front window. It was an accident. My father had to pay for Miss Payne's window. You understand? So accidents sometimes come with a cost. The problem is you're not a little boy anymore playing baseball. Let me ask you a question. What are you hoping comes out of this?
You don't sue someone over little accidents.
When I was young, I hit a ball one time into Miss Payne's front window. It was an accident. My father had to pay for Miss Payne's window. So accidents sometimes come with a cost. The problem is you're not a little boy anymore playing baseball. Let me ask you a question. What are you hoping comes out of this? Just give me an agreement that you would like to see in place, ma'am.
I think that Colin should have a set period of time where he could make his videos in the kitchen.
A set time to make the videos so you can't just have the kitchen whenever you want. How much time you need a day to make your videos?
It really depends on what I'm making.
I just need whatever your longest video is. How long?
My longest one has been like from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that anymore. Yeah. You can't, anybody doing that. How many hours would you love to donate for him for the kitchen, ma'am?
I would say 4.
4 hours of her kitchen. Because listen to me, this is her kitchen. You don't know that yet because you don't have a wife. But that's her kitchen. That's her kitchen. Do you have a girlfriend?
I wish.
That's no problem. That's coming. Look, man, don't rush it. Because when they come,
my wallet's gonna be gone.
Your wallet's gonna be gone. Your daddy's wallet is gone. One day you're gonna meet the one that you're gonna move forward in life. And everything she wants, you're gonna have to try to supply.
I supply a lot of girls with things, but they never give anything back.
Yes, it's okay. But you're making what's called an investment. A lot of times, man, when you're cheap and you try to jump through the loopholes in one area of life, you get cheated and the loopholes get jumped through in your other area of life. See, the reason you keep giving these little girls something and you ain't getting nothing in return is because you playing somebody else short on this end, so now you're getting played short on that end. I'm just trying to help you, man. Colin, I'm trying to see what I like, man. Let me tell you something. Judge Steve is trying to get you to the promised land.
Thank you, John.
I know where you're trying to get to. The only reason you got this YouTube channel is for notoriety, so girls can notice you. I know what this game is right here. Everything your daddy does is for that girl right there. That's what makes the whole world go round. So we got 4 hours. What's your best 4 hours of the day that you like? And we're gonna see if your mom is okay with that.
12 to 4.
12 to 4. Now let me ask the queen. Is 12 to 4 okay with you?
I could do 12 to 4.
Okay, 12 to 4, that's your new hours. Now listen to me. You understand that you've done some damage to this kitchen. Not all of it's your fault, but the vast majority of it is.
I mean, I'd say some, but yeah.
Yeah, some. Well, you're not gonna pay for some of it. You're gonna pay for all of it. What is that? Yeah. Hey, Colin. That's the same thing your daddy did when she came in there and said that kitchen gonna cost $100,000. Your daddy selling the damn stuff. You're gonna have a lot of them moments, man. Now listen to me. I've reached a verdict. Here's my verdict. You are responsible for being in the kitchen from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Now, I rule for the plaintiff for $10,000. You have to pay your parents $1,000 a month until it's paid off. unless you have the $10,000 available. Do you have any money saved?
Probably about like
Tell me the truth.
44.
44 what?
Okay.
You got 44,000 saved. Man, get your ass out of here. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I retract my statement of $1,000. You owe your parents $10,000 payable immediately. You 19, got $44,000. Get your ass out of here. Congratulations, you've done a great job with your kid. You're a smart kid, man. That's my verdict. I rule for the plaintiff, $10,000. And that's the way I see it.
Having to pay my parents that money, I don't know if I can agree with that because they blame all this on me, and it's just not me. It's just everyone in the kitchen that uses it. People come in and out of it like a revolving door.
We are looking forward to Colin going to college. We think that he could use some independence. That will be a plus.
We are both fellow drag performers.
And you want to be referred to as?
I really don't care about pronouns, Your
No,
Honor.
I don't mean to
Steve is fine, or Heclina, whatever you want
Okay,
to call
we're
me.
going to go with Heclina. Steve
Okay.
going to throw me off a little bit.
Okay, that's cool, okay.
This is the case of Steve Brigelko versus Scott Free. Steve is suing Scott for $2,966.46 for 5 stolen dresses and emotional distress. Scott says the dresses were a gift and is countersuing for $10,000 in lost wages and slander.
Okay, so let's start with you, Steve. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
Your Honor, I am here to sue my former friend Scott Free, also known as Pippi, for 5 dresses that he stole from me. We are both fellow drag performers. I've been doing drag for about 25 years. I'm suing for the amount of $2,966.46. Half of that is for the cost of having the dresses made for me. The other half is for emotional distress.
You, sir, man, sir.
Sir, it's fine.
Sir,
Yeah, I'm a male.
I'm really, hey, look, y'all, forgive me.
We've been doing this for so long, we don't care about pronouns. I just want the money.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Scott, it's your turn now. You have 30 seconds to respond.
Well, Heclina here is dragging me into court today, claiming that I stole dresses that I considered hand-me-downs. She's been like an older sister to me for many years and has given me a lot of her hand-me-downs that she's already been photographed and seen in. And so I'm countersuing for $8,000 for lost wages, even though it's more, and $2,000 for slander.
Okay, I'm going to start with, and you want to be referred to as?
I really don't care about pronouns, Your
No,
Honor.
I don't mean to
Steve is fine, or Heclina, whatever you want
Okay,
to call
we're
me.
going to go with Heclina. Steve going to throw me off a little bit.
Okay, that's true, okay. So,
You're suing your friend over dresses. So tell me how he stole these dresses.
well, Your Honor, I have been friends with Scott for about 25 years. That's us back in the 90s, when we were younger and thinner.
Oh, y'all been friends for a long time?
A long time, yes.
Okay, good.
We started doing drag together, and I've actually given Scott my hand-me-down dresses over the years. But when I do give them to him, it's obvious that I'm giving them to him.
Is this true?
Yes, it's been a tradition amongst us.
It's a tradition.
A tradition?
A tradition.
I don't think so. It's more like out of pity.
How did you loan him these dresses? What happened?
Well, Your Honor, it was Pride season of 2019. I was booked for a corporate gig, so I lent him 5 dresses for Pride season. Once Pride season was over, in July, I asked for these dresses back. That should have been his first clue that I was not giving them to him when I asked for them back.
Because the other dresses that you've given to him, you've never asked for them back.
I've even said, please come over and go through my closet. I'll give you stuff I've worn I don't want to see anymore. I've given him wigs and dresses over the years. He never takes care of them. And her drag look is very kind of tore up, which I can show you. Okay,
you submitted some photos?
I've submitted some photos.
All right, let me see the photos. Let's see the photos.
That's a cute look.
Okay, so what's wrong with this?
First of all, Your Honor, I'm wondering if she put her makeup on with shoe polish. Ooh. Can anybody argue with me? Look at that makeup. It looks horrendous. And please take note, Your Honor, of that turquoise necklace and those earrings because they pop up later on.
So what's wrong with this look?
Well, where do I begin? So, once again, here's the infamous turquoise necklace and earrings. It doesn't even go with this dress. That dress I gave her that she's wearing, I also gave her that wig, and when I gave it to her, it did not look like that. So I don't know if she put it through a wood chipper or a blender or what, but...
Now, what's wrong here?
Well, once again, there's the turquoise necklace and earrings that she puts on with everything.
This turquoise
yes, it doesn't go with everything. You don't just. That's an example of Pippi. Just like she puts it on, whether it goes with something or not. That outfit she's wearing, she's since destroyed. I gave that to her. That's one of the dresses in question.
So good, Pippi. How do you feel about the photos?
Well, I do have limited resources. Since when is that a crime to re-wear some of the same stuff? But you know
what it's like to struggle out there?
So let me tell you something, Pippi. They got me wearing this same black suit.
You're famous
shirt
for your suit.
and tie. I'm mad as hell. Really, I told them, let me be me.
Yes.
This it. They make me wear this one more time, Heckelina. There's gonna be some hell up in here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have the dresses with me today if you'd like to see them.
Well, let's see them. This will be just that.
This is the caftan that you saw. Nice, colorful.
Yes.
She's been seen a lot in this. So.
Heckelina, how does that look to you?
Oh, it looks fine, but she's also worn it to death all over social media. I don't want it back. I want to be compensated for it.
And this is a cute little...
this is fabulous.
Yeah, you know, like, let's see how it changes
it's got
color.
feathers on it and sequins.
Yeah.
Y'all wear the same size?
I'm a little bit plumper.
I mean, you could always wear a corset, but she's too lazy to do that.
Okay, wait. Y'all got some side
It's true.
by
I'm
side
speaking the truth.
photos?
Speaking the truth.
I do stand-up comedy as well.
Let's not drag me into this now.
There I am doing stand-up.
Okay, so that's a side by side.
And notice how photoshopped her picture is.
Oh my God, that is not Photoshopped. There's that necklace again.
Heckelina, every chance you get to bring up that damn necklace, you got to burn this necklace. Because this dude is making
well, apparently the only thing I've not given Scott is jewelry.
Oh, and here's another stand-up comedy night. You can tell that's airbrush. Stevie Wonder could see that.
I want to thank you. Because both of y'all funny to me.
Okay.
So I see the 5 dresses are here, Heckelina. How many times did you say you've asked for it back?
5 times.
5 times after
the gig, after Pride season, yes.
Did you? And what was Pippi's response when you asked for him back?
No response at all.
No response, Pippi.
I just figured it was trifling drag queen drama, and I was just gonna let it run its course. And
this is a good example of my attitude towards drag and Scott's attitude. I'm professional. I'm lending Scott some outfits for a gig. I want them back to put into my repertoire of costumes. He thinks it's trivial, drag nonsense, drag queen drama.
Yeah. How much did these 5 dresses cost you?
They cost almost $1,500 together.
So from my court paperwork, $1,466.46. That's what the dresses cost.
Yes.
And you wanted to tell me this $1,500 for emotional distress.
Well, the 5 times I've asked for these dresses back, the annoyance every time I see her wearing one of them on social media, and just the fact that I had to even take this whole thing to court in the first place. I want compensation for the hassle
that Scott has put me through.
Maybe I looked a little too cute and got too much attention in her old outfits. And so maybe it's a little bit of
You saw the
jealousy
photos.
happening.
You know that's not true.
So let's talk about the counter suit for $10,000. How are you seeing this? Help me.
Well, I actually have a witness here today.
So let's talk about the counter suit for $10,000. How are you seeing this? Help me.
I actually have a witness here today.
So let's bring the witness in, please. Can you tell me your name, please?
I go by Lady Sham. That's my drag, name. Thank you.
Lady Sham, what do you do?
I'm a performer as well, and I'm an artist. And, I'm here today because basically this drag queen, Heclina, has been shady to me in the past, and now she's doing the same thing to Pippi. Okay? She is, just to be honest, she is one of the most manipulative, competitive people I've ever met in my life. She's also a liar and a backstabber, okay? She'll do anything to further her own fame, including throwing her good friend of many years under the bus.
How can you say that this man slandered him? How so?
Okay, so I have done for 6 years a very successful drag queen bingo show in Palm Springs. I had a family member that got ill, so I was going to be with my family for 10 weeks, and I need to find a replacement. I immediately thought of Pippi, because she's a great performer.
Did you call Pippi about the gig that you needed a replacement for?
I did not call Pippi because I didn't have her phone number. I had Heclina's number, so I called Heclina. She said she's an alcoholic, and she said that you cannot hire her because she's unreliable. Based on the information that she gave me, I didn't hire Pippi, okay? So that's $8,000 that she took out of her pocket. There's another piece of information you're missing, okay?
Got it.
All right, so Pippi's in recovery and has been sober for 10 years. I didn't know that. So, and then when I explained to Pippi that this was the information that I got, Pippi said, no, I'm still sober. I've been sober for 10 years. And she was livid mad. She's been for so long controlling the San Francisco scene, and she's in charge of everybody getting jobs and stuff.
Drag queen mafia.
It's the drag queen drama I was telling you about.
Yes, and she's the godfather. Yes.
Am I allowed a rebuttal here, or
You know what? I normally, no, but yeah.
Okay, she did call me to get Pippi's phone number, but I did not mention anything about drugs and alcohol in our conversation. And also, Your Honor, my response to that is I didn't say anything that was untruthful.
I can't believe you can stand in a court and lie like this.
Oh, the people do that all the time. Let me excuse the witness. Thank you very much.
Your Honor. I hope to see justice today.
Let me see the original picture. This was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Friends, happy. You've been friends for 30 years. You've both fallen and gotten back up. By the grace of God, here we are today. So, I've reached a verdict. This being my court, I get to do things a little bit differently because of the story. It's the story that's most compelling to me. There was a wrong committed on both parts. There was items taken that were loaned clearly, asked for back, and never returned. That's not legal. There was slander committed here, in that some things were said that cause and effect. I know this is a different type of work environment, everything, but it's all the same. A gig is a gig. I am going to rule in favor of the defendant. I am going to grant you from the court $3,466.46. let me tell you how I break that down. Because there's something about you that I think if given a chance, you could be something special. Just need a crack every now and then, man. And I think 2,000 of that I want you to keep because this man did loan you these dresses. I believe that wholeheartedly. On top of the 2,000, the $1,466.46, I'm giving the money to you to give to him in full payment for his dresses. I want everybody to win a little bit here. Just a little bit. This ain't life-changing money for nobody, but it is a lesson in it for everybody. You, sir, congratulations on 10 years of sobriety. Go and be great. Thank you. You, sir, continue to do the things you're doing. I believe you're a good businessman, I really do. In business, you got to be tough. Nobody likes the guy at the top. Nobody. In that regard, you've done a fair thing by your old friend by helping him over the years. Thank you very much. That's my verdict. And that's the way I see it.
So I'm here to sue my wife for destruction of an authentic Cleveland Browns jersey.
Cleveland Brown jersey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a Steeler fan.
I'm from Cleveland.
I know you are, sir.
I live and die with that team.
But you don't live with me.
This is the case of Robert Thomas versus Cynthia Thomas. Robert is suing his wife Cynthia for $500, the value of his treasured football jersey that he claims she destroyed. Cynthia says she isn't paying her husband a dime.
Okay, let's start with you, Robert. You got 30 seconds. State your case.
Well, I'm here to sue the defendant, my wife, for destruction of property which is irreplaceable. A authentic Cleveland Browns throwback jersey and a Myles Garrett hat which she destroyed. And I just want the sum of $500.
A Cleveland Brown jersey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our beloved Browns.
Okay, well, Cynthia, you got 30 seconds to respond.
Well, I guess I'm here because he claims that I owe him $500 for a jersey. After 41 years of marriage, I'm a devoted wife, mother, grandmother. He owes me. I don't owe him anything. And I'm a Steeler fan. And I run a Steeler household.
Forgive her, Your Honor. Forgive her.
It's okay. I've reached a verdict. My verdict is for Robert Thomas.
Your Honor.
I'm from Cleveland.
I know you are, sir.
I live and die with that team.
I know that, sir. But you don't live with me.
Judge, please forgive her. She does not want what you say. Please don't.
Well, that was a fact.
Look.
Hard to argue facts.
Look, she's Steve.
I'm afraid of her, so.
A lot of people are in Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna just keep my little Browns attitude to myself. All right, so have you always been a Browns fan?
I've been a Browns fan for about 15 years, but I used to needle my dad. My dad, like I said, I'm the most hated guy in Pittsburgh.
Well, what was your team before that?
Well, I followed the Steelers because my son was a Steeler fan and he played football.
What made you change?
What made me change? Because the Steelers are so spoiled. I just picked the saddest team because the Steelers fans are just spoiled. They had all the Super Bowl rings.
Well, let me ask you a question. He used to be a Steelers fan,
yes,
and that changed. How'd that affect you?
Terribly. I feel betrayed. And I think he really did it just to piss me off. That's not a good idea.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You're right. It's not.
She, listen to me,
she's gonna do that.
Was wrong. She was wrong for destroying my property.
Whoa. So that's what we're here for.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
we're here for a destroyed piece of property. What are we talking about exactly?
We're
You
talking
say it
about
was a jersey?
a jersey. She bleached it.
What instigated the destruction of the jersey?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, my man. Hey, you know what happened on the November 9th, 2019?
Oh, wait a minute.
When the Steelers lost the fight and they lost the damn game.
Wait a minute, you talking about when Myles Garrett pulled off his helmet?
Yeah.
Now, he was wrong for that.
Oh, man, yeah.
He was dead wrong for that.
No, he laughed. He thought it was funny.
But the Browns won that game.
That's right.
Yes, they did.
So you really gloat.
Oh,
Yes.
my.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved it because finally, my beloved Browns
Yes.
whooped that.
Yes. Well, I was there with. I'm sorry. How did you feel that the Steelers lost that day?
I wasn't really upset about the Steelers losing.
Oh, yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Well,
Yes, you
listen.
were so upset. My bed wasn't made.
Can I talk for
Wait
myself, please?
a minute, hold up, man. Your side of the bed wasn't made
Her
up.
bed, side of the bed's all nice. My pillow wasn't fluffed up or nothing. She eats pretzel and chips in the bed. You ever try to sleep with rock salt on the side of your bed?
Can I have a sidebar,
Pretzels all
please?
on in my bed. Everything, man.
She eats pretzels and chips in the bed.
In the bed on my side.
Miss Cynthia.
Yes, sir. You know he's lying.
Well, tell me what you did.
What did I do to what?
This is getting out of hand, Judge.
Yeah,
Get out of
this
hand.
out of hand. So now, let's talk about this jersey.
Yeah, let's talk about
The
it.
game didn't happen. You teasing. She's upset. What happened?
Actually, the evidence right here. Jersey bleached.
Well, let's see it.
Jersey bleached. Numbers come off. Jim Brown. Isn't that something? Now, how do you put a
Wait a
brown
minute.
jersey into the white clothes? I don't understand that. Then
Wait
the
a
hat. This is authentic autographed hat from Myles Garrett. This is her scissor mark. She's cut right in front of the autograph that the boy signed for me.
Wait a minute. You had a Jim Brown jersey?
This is a throwback, and not authentic, but a throwback, but it cost me a lot of money.
No, it did not. You got it at the flea market for $10.
It's my heart that counts. You hurt my heart. When you done this, you hurt my heart.
Please.
She went in my cupboard. I know she did. Went in my cupboard and snatched it down after the incident with Myles Garrett.
Did you wash the jersey, Miss Cynthia?
Yes, I did.
And when you pulled it out to wash, that's what it looked like? Did you wash the jersey, Miss Cynthia?
Yes, I did.
And when you pulled it out to wash, that's what it looked like?
Yeah, a little bit. I cut it too. But, Your Honor, I've never seen that hat before in my life. I did the jersey, but I did not do the hat.
I shot the sheriff.
Whatever.
I didn't shoot the deputy. Come on, Steve. Help me out. Help me out, Judge. Help me.
For those of you that don't understand, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns have a very, very bitter rivalry.
Very.
She admitted to destroying this man's jersey. Somebody cut this man's hat, and you have no idea who
No,
it
sir,
is.
I swear it was not me. I did not do the hat.
You would admit to it.
Yes,
if you
I
did.
would. And do it again.
Is that a threat?
Hell yeah, it's a threat.
Look here, I'm ready to call the DA, man. The Department of Aging. Steve, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to, like, your PCP, your doctor, and they ask you, when you're old like me, they ask you questions like, are you safe at home? Do you feel threatened? I want to tell them so bad. You keep it up. I got a doctor's appointment next month, and I'm definitely going to tell him. I'm going to tell the nurse that yes, I'm being mistreated. And yes, I need help.
You know, the thing about threatening her, it don't mean nothing.
41 years, you ain't learned that yet.
So, let me ask you something. If I ruled in his favor and told you you had to pay him $500, you still ain't gonna pay it?
No, I'm not.
I'll be damned.
Excuse me, Judge Harvey. I know that you
don't try to get respectful now.
No, he acts like he's the victim. But you don't take the worst game in Steeler history and decide that's the day that you want to, mess with me.
Wow.
And that's what he did. And I don't believe I deserve that after 41 years.
And so after 41 years, you took it upon yourself to destroy a throwback jersey.
Worth $10.
But of the great Jim Brown.
Right. I understand that.
Ma'am, I knew from the get-go that you wasn't going to win this case. And you are a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. There's nothing in me could award you anything. But I can't award you nothing because, hell, she just said she ain't going to give it to you. I can't make this woman give you this money because y'all married. But I've reached a verdict. Open my doors. Because my verdict is going to be a little bit different this time. Because, ma'am, what you did was unforgivable. You shouldn't have did this to this man's jersey just because y'all lost. I'll be right back. When you come in my court, you're coming into a court of a man who has bled with the Cleveland Browns since he was a boy.
Hallelujah.
So, I knew you were coming, and I've done something for you, sir. First of all, I have for you an autographed copy of Myles Garrett's jersey. He autographed it himself.
All right.
But this the one you really gonna like. I have also a Jim Brown jersey. Now this is an official jersey. And I had Jim Brown sign it. Miss Cynthia, if you so much as touch these Cleveland Brown items, I ain't got a lot of pull, but I'm gonna have you arrested.
Going in the frame. Both of them are going in the frame. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Now, guess what else I'm gonna do? I have decided to give both of you 2 tickets, 2 games at Pittsburgh and 2 games at Cleveland.
Thank you.
You will go see the games live, courtesy of me and my court. Please wear your jerseys to the game. And, Miss Cynthia, you have to wear the other jersey. That's my verdict. And that's the way I see it.
I'm looking forward to going to Cleveland, and especially my wife wearing one of these jerseys.